we couldn't even fucking get it to work, so it was a complete waste of fucking time. So that's why I didn't make a promo. The other reason is I couldn't figure out how to like not make a boring one, because I can't do Death Spa, and I'll tell you why when we get into that movie. And I just didn't think like a phone call thing from Black Sabbath like would be that great. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it was mostly that like we were trying to figure out about that like satellite, and I was like, I'll just do it that night. And then he was like, well, we're gonna drive up and we're gonna tune this dish, and I was like, well, fuck, I should probably know what's going on with that, but
It looks like Laura pushed us live.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Oh, it's silent. Oh,
Thank you guys for joining us.
I started out and pressed pause so that I didn't have any issues.
Yeah, right? Or do you pause or do you just mute?
I pause it, and then there's no echo.
that's good.
All right, y'all. We got everybody on the chat saying hey. And East Coast thought we were going to talk about the band and not the movie. Sorry, bro.
Wait, the Black Sabbath band. That's awesome.
So I guess we start every stream with the freaky forecast. So who wants to kick it off?
You do.
Me. I'm all right. Okay, hey guys, what's up? No, it's Texas. It was cold as fuck not too long ago, but we're finally through that, and it was beautiful, blue skies, 50s, and it's supposed to be up to the 70s the end of next week. So winter is over here.
Very cool. It's hot as hell in Virginia. It's like 70 degrees right now, and I don't understand why. But yet we're getting snow later this week.
Weird. By the way, in the chat, you said you were as hot as a toaster strudel? What? Or a cheese strudel? What?
Yeah, because I was burning up. It's so hot. 70. It's 70. And it's really humid.
But what is a cheese strudel or something? What did you say?
I said I was baking like a toaster cheeser.
Toaster cheeser. What is that?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. You ever see the movie The Sandlot?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's where I got it from. He's like, and
yeah, like,
and he goes, "It's so hot, Benny. I'm baking like a toaster strudel."
Well, it sounds delicious, and it made me hungry. So
yeah, that's where I got it.
It is a chilly 23 degrees here.
Oh my god.
In Ohio, and it is snowing. It looks like maybe we will get some snow, but it better hurry up because it doesn't look like it's going to be that much.
Nice.
am I the last one?
Laura hasn't said anything. Are you frozen, Laura?
I don't know if Laura has sound.
Laura's frozen. Oh, wait. No, there she is. Laura, can you hear us?
Oh, no.
Oh,
It happened again, dude.
it's stuck on Amy. That's sorry about everybody's luck.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay. So you guys can
What's
hear
your
me.
forecast?
All right. Listen, guys. This is the kind of the same shit that's going on with Amy in Ohio. They're gonna try and tell us we're gonna have like 2 feet of snow. Fuck you. That's a lie. Okay? But it is snowing. We have like 3 inches ish.
I probably don't even have 3 inches of snow.
After everything just melted though. Like yesterday. Because it was almost 60 degrees.
Yeah.
So, like, that's life in the Midwest. Like, what else are we going to say about it, Amy? This is our life.
No, it was like
Life
60
in the Midwest. Yesterday was like
yesterday,
60.
and
Snow is
today
completely gone. Today, again, we're getting more snow. Well, it's currently snowing, and it is 17 degrees.
Mm.
And it was 57 yesterday. And, guys, it's 17 degrees at the honeysuckle.
17.
Oh.
Like, I never would have thought. I could
I wouldn't
never
have thought
predicted it.
But I'm not familiar with the honeysuckle and their weather. So.
I'm only familiar because we started doing it every month.
Yeah.
So it
You're
was
like the-
always like quite a bit warmer than it is here.
You've
not
been
there.
the resident honeysuckle meteorologist now for some time.
Yeah, I think I should like be the weather lady
For there.
for Branson, Missouri. I feel like I would do a good job. What do you guys think?
I'd hire you.
Everybody
Thank
says
you.
it's still stuck on me.
Well, look.
Stuck
Yeah.
on.
Who doesn't want to look at Amy's face?
Right. You're welcome, everybody.
And you're welcome.
No, we apologize. I think it's Google Hangouts. It's been giving us trouble all night.
Yeah. We've
Yeah.
been having some issues.
Yep. So,
It's okay. Just listen and enjoy.
yeah. If it's not on the right person's face, that's fine.
Look at Amy's
Go with-
cute face.
Just
Look
go
at her
with it.
cute hat. Look at
Right?
her cute glasses. Look at Amy. She's adorable. All right, carry on. Lita, did you go?
No, I think I'm the last one.
Let's hear it, girl.
'Cause I think everybody went. So it snowed in Georgia, which I didn't think was ever going to be a thing while I've been living in Georgia, but it definitely was a thing. It snowed hard. We got about an inch.
Ooh.
But I thought our pig was going to freak out pretty bad, but he really didn't care. He just wanted food. But our dogs were kind of like, what the fuck is this white shit on the ground and what's going on? Like, they didn't know. The youngest one didn't really care for it, so we kind of had to drag her out in it. But now it's just been raining. It's been raining. It's gonna get cold again, and I got rained on today, and it sucks. I hate getting rained on. It's the worst. Especially when you're dripping all over everybody's shit because you got rained on.
Yeah, that's why I was telling you earlier. I'm like, move back up north.
No, man. I
You'd be
wouldn't
thriving. You'd be
No.
thriving in the snow.
Hell no, I wouldn't.
Hey, John. Hey, Lamonia.
enjoy it.
Hey, Phil. What's up, guys? I'm so happy to see everyone in here.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate
Yes.
you. So I think that's it for weather for me. It's just raining now. Fucking sucks.
And Bray, it's hot as fuck there.
Yeah.
It's nice. Psh, it's always nice there, isn't it?
If you can do it, the heat. I know. Sometimes it makes me miss Seattle. I lived there for a decade, and sometimes I miss the rain.
Oh, you lived in Seattle?
Yeah, I lived there I was born in Portland, so I lived in the Northwest pretty much my whole life until after college.
Okay. So you're no stranger.
Yeah.
You're no stranger to these crazy temperatures and snow. You're fine. Guys, if I sound like a fucking I don't even know what I sound like. I know it's not good. I've been sick for like 3 weeks. So just so everybody knows. And
Yeah.
I will mute my microphone and go into a coughing fit at any moment. I'm just letting you guys know.
Yeah, something went
All
through
right.
the Freaky Girls and hit all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
I
bad.
thought Ray
The freaky
escaped it,
plague.
but she did not.
I
It
know.
was the freaky plague. It really was. Oh God!
It
Here
was
I
the
go.
freaky plague.
I mean, we all died. Like, and this
We all
is
died.
kind of like our last stream where we're like all coughing and like sick as fuck.
You know,
Yeah.
it's sad because I still haven't really gotten back into the booze kick. Like, you know, you get so sick you don't even want alcohol. So that's bad.
That's really sad. When you're like, I can't even drink.
I can't even enjoy
That
this.
is
I know. But you know what? I'm going to take some NyQuil. And that
Nice.
will fill the void.
Yeah.
If
Like,
I took
that
tonight,
was my
I would be
life.
asleep in 4 minutes.
Yes. We were all like chatting with each other. We're like, I'm dying. Are you dying? They're like, yeah, I'm still dying. I'm so sad you're dying. Like, that was our conversation, I feel like, through Christmas.
Yeah.
so gross.
And I always ended with, if I stopped talking, I fell asleep.
Amy's like, I'm going to bed at 7 o'clock.
I know. In fact, like this night at 9:17 and last night at 9:30, those are the latest nights I've been up since like before Christmas. I've been going to bed at 7:30 and 8 o'clock every single night.
I mean, it's sad. It's sad, but God, we had to go through
That's
it.
what you gotta do if you're sick,
I
man.
know. I have had lots of beauty rest. A shot of Viper will clear you right
That's
up.
why you look so cute, girl.
Aw.
She's I'll put that camera back on me.
We should all look really hot and sexy right now, with as much as we have been sleeping.
All right.
Good God,
I've been
I feel like
sleeping
that's all it's
11 hours
been. Yeah.
a day for 3 weeks.
Oh, doesn't it feel so good though? It feels amazing.
I'm finally feeling better. Like today, I was able to actually eat food and not just drink liquids.
Thank God, finally.
Good.
And that was just because of the medicine they gave me. That wasn't even like my illness.
No, but the medicine will fuck you up.
Yeah.
That
So
is true.
we are all
Serena, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a lot better than I was, but I'm still not 100%.
Same.
Yeah, me
Now
neither.
I'm coughing too. My face is running. Like, I'm still runny.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I get you. But look, we're all here,
Right?
I know.
and we committed, and we're doing
We
our live
watched
stream
for-
anyways,
Yeah. Freaking over death. That's what that is.
and we're all dying. I hope
Yeah,
you guys
I'm
enjoy
enjoying myself.
this.
No hate.
death on the live stream.
I hope you guys enjoy our coughing fits
Our
and
death.
our runny
It's
noses.
a death stream.
Oh, it's sexy as hell. Look at us.
That should be the next movie, Death Stream.
Oh my God. Can we make our own movie? Can we?
We probably could.
Oh, I would love it.
That would be cool.
Lamonia, it's really good to see you back. I haven't seen you in a couple of months in the stream.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Coughing
John,
girls
I'm really
now.
glad you're here. John has the best accent of anyone ever.
Tis true.
Yeah.
I'll vouch for that.
Yeah.
Also, the haggis that he does on his like little like I forgot what they call them. They're like little like things on like hot Cheetos. The haggis gets me every damn time. I laugh so hard at the haggis.
The little like little picture of the haggis.
Yeah, with your knife in it, I'm like, oh my god.
It's
yes,
so bad. Oh my God.
fucking haggis.
So gross.
Yeah.
Laura's like dying and smoking.
Like, it's so bad. Don't look to me as
Signed up.
like a person to look up to. Okay? I'm just like sitting here like half inhaling cigarettes. It's so bad. It's so gross and bad. Don't look at me anymore. I'm hideous. Look away. All right, guys. We have to start talking about these amazing movies
Here we go.
for this month.
Yeah.
Ray, you have to start this off because these were your picks.
They were. First
Girl,
of all, I'm just.
what do you want to talk about first?
Well, I mean, townsfolk, you guys know what we're covering. So if you have a preference, just shout it out which one you want us to start with. But I'll start by saying why I picked each ones.
Okay.
I picked Black Sabbath because it's one of my all-time go-tos. It's in my top 5 probably, just because it's a 60s horror anthology, and those are just like one of my favorite sub niches, I guess. They're just so melodramatic, and they're just really
God, I
intriguing.
loved it.
It's like such a
so
fun
much.
category, and this one's such a classic example of what you can achieve in that category.
Mhm.
And then I picked Death Spa because it's one of my favorite cheesy, low budget 80s. What the fuck am I watching? This is hilarious movies. So, and it's one of the ones that you don't hear about a lot. I mean, recently with like the resurgence of these companies like finding old undiscovered gems and re-releasing them, we're getting more and more of these old 70s, 80s, 90s kind of hidden gems, and this one's one of them. I found it on Amazon Prime, and I was able to watch it that way, and I was just like, this is amazing. So I'm glad I got to share both of them with you guys, and I'm glad that you guys weren't like, what the fuck is this girl having me watch?
Oh no, I did think that.
Yeah, definitely.
I did think that. But I have to say that I really enjoyed both of them. And
Yeah.
did not think that I would at all. I'm like, what kind of fucking bullshit is this? Let me check this out.
Yeah, that's my
And-
own bullshit. That's for sure.
Yeah. So,
Let's start with Black Sabbath.
like, okay, tell me, like, how did you even come across this?
I came across this years ago because I used to search out 60s horror anthologies. I have Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, The House That Dripped Blood, Monster Club. Like, I have quite a few of them, and Black Sabbath is generally considered the best one. And so when I was thinking of an example kind of that style, because we hadn't really covered that before, and I didn't know if you girls had really been into that, and so I wanted you guys to get outside your comfort zone a little bit, and I figure I better give you the best one of the bunch.
I think universally, like, from all of us, we're loving this live stream for, like, talking to each other, for talking to everyone else who's horror fans. And we're also loving it because we're, like, getting so... We're opening up to, like, things that we never would have looked at before.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever would have, in my lifetime, heard of Death Spa or Black Sabbath. Ever. I don't see any reason that I would have. I don't know about you guys, but...
Oh, yeah.
Well, I already own the
My
Death Spa.
I'm like, are you kidding? This is Boris Karloff? It's like an Italian anthology film? Like, what? I was so confused.
I was super excited about Black Sabbath because I
Yeah.
didn't know it was a Mario Bava movie, and I like his movies, the ones I've seen. So I was really excited about that. And I remembered seeing the cover art before after I saw the movie cover, but I had never seen that one. But as far as Death Spa, I owned that one already and had seen that one because it's kind of like it was only really available on VHS before they released it on Blu-ray, which I think they released it on Blu-ray about a year and a half ago, maybe. But yeah, classic.
So for those in the chat that don't know Black Sabbath, it was put out in 1964. It's an anthology of 3 short stories. And to tie them all together is Karloff kind of introducing each one. And it is Italian. It was filmed in Italy. But I think everybody speaks English in it, right? It's not dubbed.
Mine was subtitled.
Was it?
Okay.
I think there's several versions of it, so it depends which version you have.
Okay.
Because mine was in English, but I got mine off of my Fire Stick, and there were several different versions, and this was the only one that worked for me that didn't buffer the shit out of itself. So.
Mine was in Italian and had English subtitles.
Ah.
Yeah, I tried that one, but it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Mm-mm.
That was the one I watched.
Shut that door. Sorry. What? Shut your door, dude.
So to kind of give a brief synopsis of the 3 shorts, the first one in the one that I watched, again, there's multiple versions, like Lita said, and I think in different versions the stories are in different orders.
They are.
But the one I watched, first one is about an old woman who dies, and then the nurse / gypsy, I forget kind of what her role is, but she wants to steal a valuable piece of jewelry from the dead woman and comes to regret that decision. The second story is called The Telephone, where a woman is being stalked by a man that she did wrong in the past without giving too much away. And then the third is your classic vampire tale, where it's set in like old middle.
It's supposed to be Russia.
Middle Ages.
Yeah, right.
Like
Can you guys hear me?
Can
you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, so wait. For you, the first one was the old lady who died? Okay. So the one that I watched is the first one was the Il Telefono.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the what's his name? The
vampire one.
what? Yeah, but what's the word they use for him?
Yeah. They use a different word, but we know.
They call it a Wardelock.
Yeah.
Wardelock. The Wardelock, yes.
Yeah.
And then the last one is the last one was the old lady.
That's interesting. Do you feel like
which by the way, just saying,
yeah,
the old lady one, the drop of water, I think it was called.
Yeah.
The drops of water. That was my favorite one.
Was it? I was gonna ask.
Yeah, that was my favorite one too.
They did a good job on her special effects.
They did.
She looked creepy as fuck.
And I just kept thinking, because I used to watch a lot of those movies as a kid, that would have scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
That one with the old lady, that would have scared the shit out of me. Plus, that one was really kind of like had a more Tales from the Crypt-esque kind of vibe to it, where she wants to steal the jewelry and then she takes it and then all this stuff starts happening and you're like, that's what happens when you're mean.
Yeah. Oh, and then at the very end, the other lady steals it off of her. Yeah. And I'm like, yes, this looks so amazing. And the weird, like, scabby, like, rash that she has on the finger.
Right.
But man, they did a really good job in that old lady. She creeped me out. She was obviously not a real person.
Right.
So creepy, though.
It was
Yeah,
creepy, yeah.
it was really creepy.
Well, and the actress that did the blonde, I don't remember the name, but she did a really good job too. And I love that she had like she had a really good, just natural bitch face. And I just love that, like from the start of the story, like she's doing the tarot cards, and then the maid comes in and is like, so and so died, and she's just like immediately just pissed off. And she's
Right.
off and she's got to go upstairs and deal with this fucking dead lady, and I just really kind of empathize with that.
You could tell from the beginning that she was gonna be a cunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was just done
Yeah,
with it. I love that.
she had resting bitch.
She totally did. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
So okay, so then the next story in our version
Yeah.
is not the next story in your version, but that one was called, it's the phone call one. And what did you guys think about that one? Other than Serena and I both agreeing that the girl in that one is really pretty, and I wish I had her.
They were
Okay. Can I say, like, right off the bat, I'm watching the movie the other night, and I'm looking at this chick, and I'm like, well, obviously she's quite Italian, and I'm like, she looks like, oh my god, it's 1960s Serena. She looks just like her.
I can see that.
Am I wrong? She looked just like her. I'm like, oh my god, this is Serena from the 1960s. Like, in this movie right now. I couldn't handle it.
With that one, I loved how Italian it was because of the way she overreacted and was completely helpless throughout the entire thing. Like, the guy calls her, and it's like maybe the third call in half an hour, I guess, if
Yeah.
I'm gauging the movie kind of timeline right.
Yeah.
And then she picks up the phone and she just breaks down and starts crying and is like, please stop calling. And I'm like, bitch, it's been half an hour. Just like, unplug the phone.
Yeah, like, honey, call the cops.
It's
How many times were you like, please call the fucking cops? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life?
So Italian. I love it. It's so 1960s where she's just can't handle anything.
Well, that and, like, the style, like, everything about the set, the gold, it kind of reminded me of, Salo. I think I told you guys that. Like, just
Yeah.
everything about the set on that, I'm like, ew, this kind of reminds me of Salo. And if any of you guys know Salo,
Ew.
you'll know why I'm, like, grossed out by that. But it gave me that feeling. And it also was, like, pretty tense, so.
Yeah, they had a lot of really cool, like, the sets were so elaborate, and the use of lighting in all of them was really, you could tell it was so Italian the way that the lighting was done, because it created all this depth of field. And in the telephone one, she had all these lamps everywhere with different types of shades, different colors,
And the
all
Cupid.
these-
Did you guys notice, like, all the Cupids?
yeah, right.
The gold Cupids everywhere?
I don't think I did.
But there were, there was, like, so much weird lighting.
And then the vampire
A lot
one, all
of
these, like,
gold.
blue lights and purple lights and everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the last one, you had like this green, like flashing light outside the window that was kind of like it must have been like a neon sign or something from outside.
Yeah.
It was, the colors, I just really noticed the colors and how they were used. Each one of them had different color schemes to them, and I thought that was really cool too.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good point. Because the vampire story
last
versus
vampire one.
telephone versus the old lady, like, they are completely different colors.
They really are, yeah.
But kind of, it all fit together, though, for me.
Yeah, it did.
And I loved with the vampire one, again, it was very, you know, it's very 60s. It's all about melodrama. It's all about these over the top reactions and super emotional responses to things that, you know, us watching, like, it doesn't make any sense at all. And in the vampire one, it's the girl who's like, no, I got to do this with my family. No, I need to be with my family. And then she turns out, you know, she ends up being turned at the end, and
Yeah.
she falls in love with this guy after like 5 minutes of knowing him.
Right.
So funny.
He like wants her to move in with him, and she's like, what?
Yeah. You guys, my friend Jamie is in the chat. I'm just saying this because she's not usually in the chat. She is not a social media person, but she was on here like to have fun with us. And she was saying that his use of color is really great. And she was commenting also on the set design.
Yes, definitely.
And can I say that my favorite part of the movie was the very end where Boris Karloff is obviously on a fake horse, and then they pan out and they show the actual fake horse. And then the crew running around with like huge like sprigs of pine to like show how it was so funny. That was the best part. I loved it so much.
His little like in between, you know, each story he would come on screen and kind of, I don't know, he would just be super dramatic and so serious, and it was very spooky, and I just loved his little parts too. It was so quaint and adorable.
Yeah, I loved it.
What was
It
y'all?
was so funny.
Well, okay, so I want to make sure I get everybody's favorite and least favorite of the three.
Ooh. That's kind of hard,
I actually liked all
actually.
three of them, to be honest.
I
my favorite
actually
was
liked all three too.
Yeah, my favorite was the old woman one, but
The drop. I think it was called Drops
the
of
drop
Water.
of water. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my favorite one as well.
My least favorite was the vampire one.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was gonna be my least favorite, but Boris Karloff. It was the longest one, but Boris Karloff. I don't know. I don't know if I can say this is my least favorite one.
Yeah, I really liked all three of them. I didn't dislike them, but definitely the one that stood out the most to me was the nurse and the dead body one.
Yeah.
Serena, Lita, what were your guys' favorite?
Actually, I think the telephone, whatever story that was.
Yeah.
Where the woman gets stripped with pantyhose.
Right.
I love that. That scene was awesome. But yeah, actually, I think that one was my favorite.
Wait, Serena, so you mean the one that stars you is your favorite? That was definitely... You guys, tell me if I'm wrong. That was 1963 Serena.
I'm going to do...
In that movie.
Like,
she was the star of the film.
Side by side.
I couldn't get over it. I'm like, it looks so much like Serena.
Well, I do have some trivia pulled up for the film. I'll share with you, ladies.
Yes, please
this
do.
is all taken from IMDb, my go-to for movie trivia. And it says here, the first piece, this film served as an inspiration for the naming of the heavy metal band. I think we kind of knew that. But I guess the story was...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I actually did not know that at all.
Where they got their name. It says...
Really?
When the movie came out, the band was playing in a small club in England, and across the street, the movie theater showing the film, the band noticed that there were way more people in line to watch that movie than there were to go to their concert. And they said they talked about it, and they realized that horror will always sell more tickets. So they decided to change the name. They used to be called Earth, and then they changed it to Black Sabbath.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's true
That's
story.
awesome. I love that. I love that fucking tidbit.
So, some other trivia. This is the telephone. Serena, your segment. This was the
Your segment, Serena.
very first Italian thriller that was shot in color rather than black and white.
Cool.
Oh, really?
And
Do
it
you have
says
another one?
director.
Okay.
Here's one. It says director. This is for Amy. His Mario Baba's father, Eugenio, created and sculpted the head for the ghost in the drop of water, and as well as the severed head that was in the Word a Lot.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
That is cool.
Yeah, that was funny when he pulls when he has the head in the back. And
And
everybody's just like,
put it on the door.
right. I was just like, what's wrong with all of you people? Why don't you take this dude out and run out of that dang castle?
I know.
Instead,
Why
they're just all
were they
why is he
waiting
acting so
so
odd?
long? Why were they waiting so long?
I don't know.
To
I
do
thought that
anything?
the severed head
up and
was
he's like
awesome.
gray with like dark circles under his eyes and blood, and they all just stare at him. And I'm like, y'all know what's going on here.
And he had been stabbed in the chest, and they already knew before. They're like 5 days, and then we have to kill him.
Right.
And then he comes back, and they're like, "No, let him hold the grandbaby."
Right.
It's so bad.
How do we know if it's been 5 days?
I know. They're like, "Wait, he just said it was 5 days."
And I love the scene where you look and they're out the window, you know, just the way that they're kind of like floating, and
Yeah.
you see the face, you're like, oh, that's creepy. Oh,
That was great. That was actually a really, really good scene. I loved it.
Is that all the trivia? Because I didn't get to do mine.
do it, girl. I know. I'm fine.
Yeah, you didn't tell us your favorites. Let's hear it, Lita. We want to hear it.
I really liked the vampire one. I liked it a lot.
Nice.
I liked mine didn't have names, so I had no idea these had names. I was just like, oh, okay, it's an anthology. When like Boris Karloff was like going in between this shit, I was like, all right. So now I'd seen it a while ago, but I couldn't remember what the hell it was about at all. And clearly, like, my memory was gone from that movie. I had no idea. Like, some of it looked kind of familiar, but I was like, no, this is a rewatch. I really like the vampire one. I like vampires anyways, but I thought that was really, like, creepy, and, even though, like, a lot of the people were stupid in that one, and, like, they're like, why are you letting him in? Because he's, like, obviously wrong. If that's, like, family, you're probably going to do that. You know what I mean? It's pretty realistic, honestly. If it's your family, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to let him in. And my least favorite was probably the telephone one.
Oh, I figured that would have been your favorite.
No, I like the vampires better. Like the telephone one, I was like, like, I don't know. I guess I just didn't care. I wasn't really invested in the characters that much. So when like the dead guy came back and killed them, I was like, I'm kind of expecting it a little bit. Yeah. I was like, so like this chick is gonna drug this other chick, and then like the guy's gonna show up and kill them both, and then I was like, oh.
You're like,
Spoiler alert! I fucking got it. You know, I thought
Spoiler
about it.
alert.
1960s Serena died.
But it, like that was like I like the shots in it, but like I just like the story. For me, the vampire one was like the best one.
Okay.
I really liked that, and like I don't know, the vampires were. Well, everyone in that one was really fucking pretty too.
Yeah, totally.
These people.
Right, right. I'm like, there's like a lot of hotties in this anthology.
It's Italians, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those Italians, honey.
The set pieces in the Empire one were really cool too. Like the whole castle location, and although I did at one point, I was laughing because you could hear the wind howling, but none of the fog was moving around Boris Karloff at one point. But, yeah, I liked it.
True, and it's interesting because, like, with the vampire one, I did really appreciate the sets, how they made it look like they were out in the wilderness, even though it was clearly all fake. But you know, you compare it to the other two, especially the Drop of Water, where it's really all taking place in one really small apartment, but it still has the same kind of level of detail where you easily fall into it and believe it. It's one of the reasons why I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought they were all good, but if I had to pick, you know, those are my picks.
Yeah.
Like the vampire thing is just like a fucking theme for me. I'm like, if it's done well, and I thought they did it well for vampires, that's probably gonna be my number one pick.
Nice. Yeah, it's funny. Having seen this a bunch of times, I assumed Amy would like the Drop of Water because of the practical effects. And I thought the rest of you guys would be into the Telephone because it's the most modern, I guess, as far as like a thriller goes. So it's really cool to see which ones you guys like the most and why.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a
That's funny that you knew what you would pick.
I knew that dead cake would totally get you. I knew that'd be a
Oh, that old woman in the bed. I was like, oh my god, this is so creepy.
She's just right at the camera.
And then when her eyes opened, I was freaking out when her eyes opened.
Dude, they did a really good job on that
really
fucking makeup.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those effects! I'm like, damn. For a little while, I was like, is that an actual woman? I'm like, no, it's not. Like they actually modeled this bitch, and she's scary as fuck.
The selfie is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that story is like a really old, like folk tale. It's something I've heard retold many different times in many different stories where it's always the same, where you
someone tries to steal
and come back and take it and then the other dies upright. Nothing like something that they made to try to derail grave diggers or something back in the day.
Well, I also thought it was funny, like in the Drop of Water, that the one woman's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here. You're a trained nurse, but all she does is change her clothes." I was expecting some big elaborate, like, preparing of this body to bury her, and all she did was change her clothes.
I noticed that too.
And steal her ring. And when she when she took the ring, I literally said out loud, "Oh my God, you never want to do shit like that. Don't do it."
Well, I think Lita
sorry guys, I'm dying.
No, that's all right. I think Lita went to get something to drink, and Laura's in the process of dying. But anybody in the chat, have you seen Black Sabbath? If so, let us know what your favorite of the 3 short stories were. Let's see what everybody thinks of it.
Yeah, I know like at least 2 or 3 of you watched it. Said you watched it.
I'm pretty sure Michael
in
watched it.
preparation for the stream. Yeah, Michael, I know that you watched it.
I watched it right before the stream.
Which is the best way to watch it, really.
Yeah, I always watch right before the stream, too.
Yeah, you guys are... I usually watch it a few days beforehand, but...
Also, my schedule doesn't really permit me to watch a ton of movies during the middle of the week, so I kind of have to Oh, cool. John's favorite was the vampire segment too.
Hell yeah.
So the what? Why
Edgar-
can I not like come the Wandala? What the fuck was his name?
It was the Wardalock.
The Wardalock. Thank you. God damn it. I don't know why I can't like come up with this. The Wardalock. I'm done. I will not ask you guys again. The Wardalock.
Michael
I'm
said
pretty
he
sure
loves
that's a legend too.
and the drop of water. Rap, I'm sorry I can't say your full name, but that the drop of water was your favorite, and then John loved the vampire, and Edgar also loved the dripping episode. So it seems like that's kind of the group.
Yeah, Jamie, same. The drop of water is fucking creepy as fuck. I guess I was just like, maybe I'm overly. Am I overly impressed
No,
with like the effects
yeah.
in the drop of water? Like, I was very impressed. I'm like, this looks like a real fucking
like
dead old lady.
Yeah.
Like, it was freaking me out.
I was really impressed, and the whole time I kept thinking, like I said, because I used to watch these kind of movies as a kid, that would have scared the shit out of me as a kid. I would have like legit had nightmares about that corpse. I may have nightmares about it now. Yeah, I love that. I love this mythology. I can't believe I'd never seen it before. I mean, because it had to have been more popular than Death Spa, which I had already had seen.
Oh my god. And now we're going to have to start talking about Death Spa.
Death Spa.
Yeah, Eddie, everyone in the chat, like, did you watch both of these movies? Like, tell us more. What did you think?
Right.
We want to hear what your thoughts are.
I want to hear from you guys. So just switch gears. The two movies I gave the freaky team here. So I when I gave them Black Sabbath, I knew I wanted y'all to watch that. I was struggling to come up with a good compliment to it, and so I ended up going with Death Spa because it is 80s, it is lots of gore, and it's really just freaking ridiculous. So
you did such a good job.
Nice counterbalance to the melodrama of the 60s.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to cut you off, but John Steele just said that lady was as creepy as the one in Pet Sematary. And when I was looking at that lady, I'm like, oh my god, this reminds me of Zelda from Pet Sematary. Yeah, so, John, I totally agree with you on that. Creepy as fuck.
Dead Mrs. Voorhees.
What's that? Oh, Dead Mrs. Voorhees? Yes.
Yeah, like the head.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
I like that kind of style. I think it's creepy with.
Oh, that's a good point. I wasn't even thinking of that, but that is a good point.
Oh, man. I'm thinking about Death Spa.
Oh, Death Spa.
All right, let's get into Death Spa now. I'll do a real brief synopsis because there ain't much to it. All right, I'll just be real.
Yeah, please give us this, and I would like to hear the synopsis.
This movie, it starts off, and you immediately know what you're getting into. Like, immediately. With the music and the solo fucking jazzercise number where she's exercising / doing some weird strip thing that you're like, what the fuck is going on? And it goes on for quite a while, too, where you're like, this is still happening. Why are we watching this?
Right.
And that's pretty much the theme for the whole movie. Like, I'll be honest. It's about a man who runs a gym, and people keep dying at his gym in ways that shouldn't be happening. Start to suspect his dead wife somehow coming back from the dead and killing these people. So,
but can I just say, it's not just a gym, guys. It's not just a gym. I don't know. It's It's the Star Body Health Spa.
Yeah.
They are doing a lot of 80s dancing. They're wearing a lot of leotards. It's not what you're thinking. It's not what you're thinking. Like if you say a gym, no.
Yeah, it's not like
it's
right.
definitely the Star Body Health Spa. Like there's a sauna that people put chlorine into the intake to kill people, but anyways, it's
what I thought it
is it? Yeah, tell us more, Serena.
No, see, I really thought, I was like, is this movie really about a spa that's gonna kill people?
Yes.
What? I was so excited when I saw like the walls, like sprayed.
Oh, the tiles coming off the shower.
The tiles.
Yeah, that made it horrible.
It's like every
Oh
single
my
death in that
gosh.
movie is glorious.
Yeah.
Glorious.
Every single death is glorious in that
So
movie.
fun.
You have
But I do have to say though, in the shower scene, you literally have like 12 naked ladies. Like
Yeah.
everyone's running around. Their like tits are out and they're like, oh hey, you find me a man. Bring some boys in here. Like, they were so funny. It was a really good opportunity to kill people. And they didn't kill anyone. And I was so sad. Because there were like ceramic tiles flying off the wall. So I was like hoping for like a really good impalement.
Right.
You guys know what I'm saying.
I was also laughing at the fact that in that shower scene, they all have like these elaborate like loofah sponges.
Yes. Oh yeah, they're like woo.
Bullshit in the gym.
They like really like slow mode on it too.
Yeah.
Like, the girl's like
It's like if you're taking a shower at the gym, like right after you've worked out, you're probably in a rush to get to work.
Yeah.
You're rushing.
No.
You're not like checking it out with everybody in the shower. And, like none of these people had anywhere to be either. It's like
No,
they lived
this-
at the spa.
they did.
And
They
all knew
love
each
that
other.
spa.
I mean, they had
That
like
spa was like their livelihood.
costume parties and pool parties and all sorts of weird shit.
Yeah.
They were rich.
And that guy Michael.
And the Mardi Gras party was like so weird and out of place.
I know, it was just so fun.
Like after everything that happened that week,
that
you're
poor
gonna have a Mardi Gras party? Like what?
the poor woman that like had her eyes patched up, and then she's like, then she gets attacked.
Laura, her name was Laura. She was running around. She's like, and then she comes back to the party. She's like, I'm so happy to see the world again.
And then she gets tied up in the tanning bed. It's like that
Yes.
poor girl was just.
No,
She's really been through it.
the weirdest horror scene for me was when like she had just gotten home from surgery and he's all trying to seduce her with the asparagus. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
The lengthy make-out scene in the restaurant where she's got her eyes like bandaged up.
Oh no, it's so, so awkward.
It was so much. The eye bandages were like too much.
And she kept putting her sunglasses on over the eye bandage.
I know.
Like, I was
Well,
like,
I'm gonna say that's one of the things about this movie that just got to me because not only was the the gore and the kill scene just kind of out there, but some of the characters, like the cops, and my favorite was the gym owner and his manager buddy, and that bromance they had where they were constantly like playing games in the pool and throwing the football while people are dying, and it was just so weird.
I know, you're right. Nobody ever was upset about any of the deaths. Like the gym owner never.
Not really. Not
He
really.
was just like, hey there. And he was always like trying to hook up with all these women. And his poor blind Laura is at home trying to feel her way around the house.
I know. She's like on the wall. she's like,
Michael, is that you?
oh yeah.
Pick it up
And
with
he's
two
like,
others.
no, Michael told me to come over. And then later she's like, well, David was here. He's like, what is he up to? I never told him to come by.
That was really
It was so fucking funny.
It was hilarious. I had forgotten that it's been a while since I've watched it. I've seen it a few times, but it had been quite a while, and I was dying laughing at some of that.
so good. I need to buy that.
Oh my god! And like everybody was burning up. Like they had this obsession with burning deaths, and
Yeah.
like
Oh
Yeah,
my
he-
god. Like, how often did they flash back
Yeah, that
to
was.
that scene of the woman in the gasoline
I was like, is this the
in her wheelchair?
Just sound like her right now.
oh man,
It was a lot to do.
it was so hilarious. And also,
I feel like
it was like
Oh,
a
go ahead.
giant flash dance, 80s flash dance. Video.
Oh my god. Yes, just randomly throughout the movie, you guys, everyone in the chat, everyone, and you guys all saw it. Just like randomly in the middle of the movie, there were like montages of like 80s dance and leg warmers and like horrible leotards and like leaping, and it was so fucking funny. Like that just it made the movie for me. And the music, I'm just like,
Lita.
come on, this is so fucking funny. I died.
Did you know in Europe they called that movie? I think they called it Witch Bitch.
Yeah, that's its alternate title. Which bitch?
It was they showed that at the beginning of the movie.
yep.
Really wanna
Lita,
do
what
it.
were you gonna say earlier?
I was going to say that the burning scenes of that chick in the wheelchair were pretty much the only continuity that I found in this movie. That was it.
That is a good point.
So true. Yeah, and spoiler alert. So for anybody in the chat that doesn't want a movie from 1990 spoiled for you, cover your ears. But when this, for the longest time, I thought, oh, okay, maybe she didn't really die, and she's like hiding out with the brother. But then all of a sudden, you're like, wait, this is the same person, or he's crazy, or she's possessed him. Like what?
That's actually what I wanted to talk about. The ending. So is she?
Yeah.
Is she a ghost or a demon or like?
It's a
What?
ghost. It's
How
a
is
ghost
she-
story.
Yeah, it's so not clear.
Like I don't. But then they called the title Witch Bitch, so it made me think: was she a witch? I'm really confused.
You know what? For some reason, that happens at the beginning of the movie. They show Witch Bitch on the screen. Like it's the title.
Right.
And I don't know why I just like, my mind must have skipped over it. But now looking back, I'm like, what? Why? Like,
Yeah.
what?
Must have been a witch.
She must have been a witch.
No, but she's a ghost, though. Like, that's the whole problem with this movie. I mean,
There's a lot of problems.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at the end of this. You guys can say your piece about this movie, and I want to be the last one. I'm just gonna say that.
Lita, it's okay. You can hate the movie. It was not good. We know this.
Oh, it's a terrible movie. Terrible. I do not recommend it, but I do.
Right? Exactly.
I don't. but
Don't
I
watch
do.
this, but I'm buying this.
Yes. Like, don't watch it, but maybe you should watch it.
I'm gonna say my piece at the end. You guys can go. I'm gonna say it after.
Okay, listen. Let's talk about this part of the movie.
Go for it.
How about the fish?
How about the fish?
Do we want to talk about the fucking fish?
What was the deal with the fish?
It was made out of paper. Like, what was happening with that?
Did the ghost possess the fish? Like, what the fuck was that about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would love to
Exactly.
know. Like, what the fuck?
There was so many what the fuck moments. Like, I remember the chick at the juice bar, whatever you call it. Like, you kept thinking her hand was gonna get eaten or chopped off, but it never did up until the very end. And you're like, fucking finally! Like, she's been meaning to lose her hand the whole movie.
And she bled like so. She bled like gallons and gallons of blood all over
The
the
whole
floor.
time, the cop is like, oh my god, but he never actually does anything. Like, all he does is just kind of hover around her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I messaged you guys earlier about Kool-Aid blood. I'm like, it's the most. Oh, can we talk about the guy with the? What is this even called? Someone tell me what this is called. It's in every gym. It's in every gym. What is it called?
It's called the chest press.
And remember, this gym is extremely high tech.
Yes. Like, you
So
have to
from computers in the back, they're like, let's add more resistance. And so he's like, I can't. And then for whatever reason, this is what breaks, is like a rib
It doesn't make any
right here. And just blood starts squirting out. But it's like water blood.
But
It's so not blood. It's hilarious.
And it's like, just move your arms. Like, just move them.
Like, why don't you just go like that? He's like, I can't. That's what he does the entire time. And then the blood starts coming out from between his ribs.
There was, oh my gosh. I mean, I think every death in that movie, I was like, what? This doesn't make any sense. Like, the chick where the thing comes out of the locker, like, what is that? Why? He's just in the locker. Nobody noticed it.
Right.
None of it makes sense. Right. Can we get some, like, trivia on this movie?
All right.
Because I do feel like there were a bunch of characters that I have seen before in other shows or movies.
Yeah, that
A
thing
lot of people look familiar.
the thing I linked in chat has at the end every single person that was in this movie that has gotten famous after the fact or was famous previous to that movie. The guy that was the hacker or whatever,
Yeah.
like he's like, I'm hacking. That's my like late night thing or whatever. So
That was
fucking
so weird. So
I
weird.
was like, I guess that kind of set my like mood on the movie because I was like, what the fuck?
Right. Well, and he's such an ass to the cops too. He's like, you do this, I just don't want to. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you don't say that to a cop.
Yeah, no, man. Like that's when I was like, I'm kind of like salty right now about this because I don't like that response. But he was in Star Trek next two Star Trek movies, and then he died of AIDS after this movie was released. So the guy that was the hacker that ran that like badass computer that killed the shit out of everybody in that fucking spa died of AIDS after this movie, or like before this movie actually got released. So I know he's gone. But there's a lot of people that had successful careers that were in this movie, which is unbelievable to me.
Yeah, Ken Forey was in one of the, I can't remember, Dawn of the Dead.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Somebody was on two soap operas, like the Laura chick was on two soap operas, Days of Our Lives, and then I guess she did Silk Stockings.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I can't remember the rest of that video, but honestly, if I had just found that YouTube video, I might have just watched that, not the movie. I'm sorry.
Aw.
Oh, that's okay.
That's
That's
yeah.
okay.
I'm looking through the trivia on IMDb, and there's actually just there's not a lot. So, granted, this isn't the be all end all, but you know, most of it is what you guys were already saying about how Merritt, this was his final film before his death. All the extras are actually from a porn casting agency. And the location was actually a dance studio, which is why it looks like a dance studio.
Dance studio and not a gym.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm a hacker.
Yeah, that bothered me so bad, and I don't know why, but I was like, no, shut up. No one that's a hacker is like, I was hacking. You know what I mean? Like, no one says that. That was
You're right. Nobody does say that.
That was like my set off. Like I got, like I said, I got super salty when he said that shit. And I was like, nope, no one says that ever. Fuck you. Fuck this movie. But I watched it to the entirety, so I didn't click off like immediately after that. And usually if something's like offsetting to me like that, I'm just like, you're done.
Oh man.
Well, I appreciate you trooping through it. There's a lot of worse 80s movies out there, that's for sure.
Oh hell yeah. I know there is.
Do you guys have a favorite scene from the flick?
Oh man. There's so many good, hilarious times in it.
I don't think.
Oh man.
I mean,
think
I like the mirror one where. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want to
No,
cut
go
you
ahead.
off.
No, go. I want you to go.
I like the mirror one where like the mirror's like bubbling or whatever,
Here we go.
and she's like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" Like, don't step away from the mirror or anything, right?
Yeah,
Just
right?
like stand right in front of the mirror and just be like, "What's going on? I don't understand. Let me. Oh shit, my head's fucking gone.
Yes.
Fuck." That was one of my favorite ones. That's not like the most ridiculous one because I do appreciate the fish, and I appreciate the like. I knew the name before, but I can't remember.
This
his
guy.
Yeah, this guy.
The
I
chest
appreciate
press.
that too because when you're using that, you're like, this shit's gonna rip my arm off because it feels like that. But like that one was my favorite because he was just like so like fucking stupid, and I was like pretty much done. And then like I had that like amazing head explosion, and then people walked in and like started screaming or whatever. I was like, that's pretty good. I can appreciate that. I do like the kills in this movie. I think the kills are the saving grace. The saving grace.
They're so fun.
I do have to say, though, at the very beginning, I did not think we were going to have very many kills.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, is this going to be one of those movies? Because it was like the first few things that happened, nobody died. It was not a big deal. Like, the bolt came loose on the diving board. And it almost hit me. Like, I was like, oh, is it going to be like one of those movies?
Right.
But no, it came through.
What's that?
The computer does not know about gold.
Yeah.
I promise.
Well,
Right.
clearly it does.
No, but it doesn't. That's the fucking problem with
In
this shit.
1989, it definitely did.
He was happy, Nita, clearly.
I thought the one of the cool effects of the movie was when the one girl dies in the basement of like some random like acid burn thing,
Yeah.
and like that
the
was cool
The same
effects.
shit in the shower.
Right.
That was mine.
and that was cool. But yeah, some of the other deaths were like, or the other incidents, I should say, because not everybody died from everything, were pretty funny. But for some reason, the sauna stuff was hilarious to me.
I liked it too.
And then the boards coming off the wall and just total cheese.
I like the quote
Yeah.
where the guy's like, "I'm a beta, you're a VHS."
Yeah.
Oh, that was the best line of the movie.
I was like,
He's like, well, I'm beta, but you're VHS.
I'm gonna start using that in like everyday conversation, and nobody will
I
get
did too, but I still didn't have any clue what you meant by that.
Can
Did
we
you mean
start
that
using
Beta
it?
was? Did you mean that Beta was older?
30 years.
VHS was newer, or
Yeah, like, she was a step up from him, but he was a good-looking man for like late 80s.
Well, like,
So she was like really top notch. She's like, he's like, yeah, I'm beta, but you're VHS.
that's not what I took it as all. I took it as
Oh, I totally did.
no. I had a different interpretation of it. Like, so he's like, I'm beta, and you're VHS. So like he's working out at the gym. So he's like an old school gym
Oh.
person, right? Like so he is so like into working out that like you can't even like talk to him right now because he's so above this shit.
Yeah, and
she's
you're
VHS,
like
so she
the
is just,
death
the new
spa
shit.
lady.
Yeah, she's just like
Yeah, okay. I
he's
didn't
like-
even. That never would have occurred to me ever.
he is the OG. She's the fucking noob.
right.
That's how I took it as. Noob
I
OG.
love
Noob OG.
that we all took that like three-word sentence in totally different directions. Because like we talked about in the chat, I totally read it wrong, and I thought it was like, "Honey, I'm beta and you're VHS." Like I thought it was one of those
But
like we're on the wrong team kind of situations.
We all
But beta
like.
was-
How many different ways do we just take that? And it's like the dumbest line ever. And we're so analyzing.
I know.
I love
But-
it.
Wasn't beta first? Beta was before VHS, right?
Yes,
So-
yes.
So he's the OG.
Yeah.
He's the noob. And that's why he's like, don't fucking talk to me. I'm fucking working out.
We could do dissertations on this because in my mind I was like, okay, beta and VHS are different formats, and one doesn't go into the other. So he's saying,
I'm into dudes. And Ray's mine, this guy's gay. In my mind, he's like complimenting her. In Lita's mind, like, we have read way too far into this.
right?
Clearly.
That's
Clearly.
part of that movie too.
And no matter how you take it, that was a great line.
Yeah, it was a good line. Do you think that like 1989, which is what it pulled up for me, was 1989 horror, would delve into gay subjects?
Well, they kind of did. I mean, they were talking about
I mean, a little bit.
they were talking about the guy being in drag and all of that. So
Yeah.
That's true.
it kind of did touch on things that I guess
I mean, it could be any of those things. I mean, really,
Yeah,
you wouldn't
we have no
expect.
idea.
somebody
Yeah.
that went to the gym and wore that much spandex in 1989. Really, if we want to know.
Yeah. I think I'm 100% certain that we are reading way too much into this.
Please no.
Like, the director would be like, please calm down. This is not that serious.
Yeah, those outfits though. Can we just talk about the 80s
I
workout?
loved
It's
the
like,
outfits.
I got uncomfortable just watching other people wear those things that high on the sides of their hips.
Yeah.
Am
was
I the only one who was kind of looking for camel toe the entire time? I'm like, how do they not have camel toe?
I kept thinking the whole time, like, this is not 89. This is earlier, like 86 or 85 or 84. So I'm not sure. It's like, it was confusing to me. Like maybe they shot it in 84, but it wasn't released till 89.
That's what I was thinking.
Because I remember when all of that crap was popular.
I mean, maybe
But-
they like reviewed it and was like, "This is not a good idea," and then somebody was like, "Just fucking release it, we need money." You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of like what it was. Like they're just like, let's just go, just do it. I got bills to pay. Let's just fucking release this movie, fuck it. And it's
Don't
like
ask
totally
questions.
like retro. Maybe it'll catch. I don't know.
Later.
I,
Just throw it.
I don't. I'm like, I'm not.
Wheelchair. Nobody will notice.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, just it's retro. Like this is like kitsch now, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was. This is the kind of movie that I would have loved to watch with you guys, like in person, so that we could have.
Yes. We would be dying.
Yeah, because every scene I watched it alone, and every scene I was like, "What the fuck?" like the Amy mentioned your favorite was the acid bath in the basement, and like that entire scene where she gets the note where he's like, "Meet me here," and then it's like this stupid child drawing of like one
Right.
line with an X, and I was like, "Really?"
Right. I know. It would have been hilarious to watch as a group.
We should have been watching that at the honeysuckle together. I'm not gonna lie.
It would have been me yelling for the most part, so probably not.
We probably just would have gotten wasted and never finished the movie.
I mean,
Let's be real.
I kind of was, which is probably why I'm like so like irate about it a little bit.
She's irate.
I do love that, like, you're most upset about just that one hacker line. Like, out of all the bizarreness and crap in that movie, that's the one where you're like, no.
I mean,
No, that is where you cross the line.
well, because it's fairly recent in the movie, so it set me off. You know what I mean? And then after that, like the tone that they dictated in the movie, I was just like, I fucking can't buy it. I know this is supposed to be ridiculous, but I'm like actually kind of pissed off. Except for when they killed me, and I was like, yes, satisfaction. Somebody is dying in a painful way, and I feel better about this movie.
Well, I remember
my
when
God.
he says that line about hacking. I thought this, like, at the same way, I was like, you don't say that. No, people don't say that ever because hacking is illegal. You don't just tell the police I was at home hacking. And then
Also-
the police are like, hacking? What's that? It's like, seriously?
But the movie's just so ridiculous. That's why I did.
Also,
Yeah, exactly. The
Yeah.
whole movie, every
Yeah.
scene, like, had something about it where you were like, really?
Yeah. So bad. it's good.
except for like, it fucking made me mad. Like I got super mad at it. Like I got mad at his like monitors. I got mad at like his like stupid hacking shit. I got mad at the fish.
You got
And,
mad.
I got mad.
How you got so bad.
I got mad at like the only thing that was like really satisfying was the chick getting her like head blown off. And then when it was like a ghost story, I was like, fucking really, dude? A fucking ghost story? I love ghost stories, but that was like the ultimate piss off for me. I was like, this is what we're resorting to, right? It's fucking haunted. It's fucking haunted. What the fuck? It's so made me so mad.
Lita easily watched the Death Spa.
Right? This is now the like top 5 worst movies. Next video, you'll see it in 2018, y'all. This is gonna be on that list.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's not a buy. It's not a rewatch for me. Sorry, not sorry.
Can I ask you, have you guys ever seen this movie called Chrome Skull Killer?
I need to.
Okay. All right, so my friend who's in the chat, I'm just mentioning this because she was talking about watching horror movies with your friends and whatnot. We watched that movie together and we fucking laughed so hard. And it's the dumbest movie, and there's sequels to it. And it's kind of like a... Jamie, help me out in the chat. It's like a Scream mask, but it's chrome.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
Isn't it Laid to Rest and then Chrome Skull?
Yeah. It's like a sequel.
Yeah.
Is Chrome Skull the sequel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good God. Well, then there's 3. Just so you know.
I kind of need to watch them now.
Yeah, they're fun.
I actually have the Chrome Skull.
Hey, Andrew. Sorry, I didn't see Andrew. That
Full
was
match, Ray.
But yeah, watching the movies together, it's like when Amy stayed with me, we watched, what's that movie we watched together with the terrible drive-in?
The Drive-In Massacre.
Yes, and it was just like, awful, and we were just cracking up, making jokes the whole time, and it made it like really enjoyable because of that. Like, I wish I had you guys for all these movies.
When we finally meet up at the Honeysuckle, we're doing a live stream, and we are watching a movie together, like 8 of us.
We need to do it.
Oh, we have to. It's happening.
It's gonna be Sallow. Just kidding.
Like, I'm gonna pay you bitches back for that movie.
We are also filming our own movie while we're there.
That will not be like Sallow at all. So,
all right,
go
guys.
get your hopes up.
Listen, all right. Can we do all together, all of us and the chat, I've never done this before. It's called Crucifixion Games, and it's a Mad Lib horror story.
Okay.
Okay, so I would just ask people for words. I have no clue what the story is even about. All I have is adjective, noun, blah, blah, blah. So, will you guys do it with me, please? And we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Start
And
with
we're gonna have the chat do it too, because there's a ton. There's 35 things you have to list. All right. So, Amy, adjective.
Aggressively.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get something to drink.
So, yeah, you better settle in. Serena, adjective.
Bloody.
Nice.
Ray, adjective.
Harry.
Oh no. This is not gonna end well. Lita, adjective.
I'll be right back.
Spooky.
Yeah, spooky. I'll be right back.
Spooky? Okay. I will put my own in here. I'm gonna put, disgusting.
That's a good one.
Okay. Chat. Adjective. Chat. Adjective. Give us
Somebody throw it out.
3. The first 3 that I see, I'm putting in. Andrew Faye, all day. Let's go.
I'll be right back.
That's,
I have to go keep it back.
all right.
Dreadful.
We have dreadful.
Poopy.
Poopy.
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
God help us.
Curdled. Okay.
Alright, so we have, wait, dreadful, poopy, and what?
Rap came in with curdled.
Ew.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
That's interesting.
And if you need one more, Edgar has disgusting.
Yeah.
Colonel. Alright. Amy, a noun. It's so much. Like, there's so many things. When you say a noun, like, it's a lot.
A lamp.
Nice.
Did you just say a lamp?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of like it. For mine, I'm gonna put a pickle.
Oh my.
Yeah. Serena, noun.
A house.
House. Lita, noun.
Oh, she went to the bathroom.
Okay. Ray, noun.
Now, a doghouse.
Ooh. I like that. Chat. We need 1, 2, 3. We need 4 nouns.
All right, chat. Sounds
Come through. Come through. Wolf. All right.
That's a good one. A bam pot. What the hell is that?
Oh, what?
What
A
is it?
machete.
What the fuck? You know what? John is Scottish. So a bam pot is probably something like really weird in
We're
Scotland.
gonna need you to translate this shit for us.
Ow.
Machete.
A Chuck E. Cheese, Andrew.
Daddy.
Gosh,
He said Chuck E. Cheese. Oh my god. Well, you know what? You need to give us a preview before tomorrow night, John.
Idiot. Okay, so a bam.
Okay.
So do you say bamp it or bam pot?
Bam pot.
I'm gonna start calling everybody that now.
Bam
What-
pot. Machete.
I like machete.
Vibrator. Yes.
Eh.
Someone said that.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Let's see. We need, is Lita back?
Leave us
I
back.
am, but I have to go like buy my fucking or get my charger cord because my phone's at 15. But do you need a
Lita, we need, clothing.
what? A clothing item?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A shrug.
Ooh. Look at you.
Oh,
What
was
did
it
you-
what?
A
Wish
shrug.
I had a shrug.
I
Oh,
had to be afraid of shrugs. I wish I had more shrugs in my life.
What is that?
a shrug?
It's like a shawl.
Mm.
But it like bunches up around your neck and it's super cute.
Oh, is that what those are called?
Yeah, it's a shrug, girl.
Okay.
All right, Serena, clothing.
A dress.
Okay. Amy, a noise.
Crunch.
Oh no. I'm so scared already. Who is Ray? A noise.
Mm. How about a scream?
Ooh. What is this even gonna be? Chat. Oh, specifically John. A foreign word. Foreign word.
You could use Bampop there.
I'm gonna wait for John to reply on that.
That's
Chat also give us 2 body parts. We need 2 different ones.
I would put haggis personally, but that's just me.
You what? Wait, what'd you say?
I said I would put haggis personally, but that's just me.
Oh, God, so disgusting.
Yeah.
So gross. Oh no, thank you. Oh, what the hell? I don't even want to know what a kludgy is. I do not want to know what that is.
a testicle and an eyeball. Ooh, Lordy, you guys are.
How come Scotland has all this classy shit for like disgusting stuff? You know what I mean? Like haggis sounds like pretty cool. Like kludgy sounds pretty cool. Like why does it sound so good, but then it's
It
so
sounds
horrible when you
fine,
find out
but
what it is?
yeah, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's
You're just like, no,
And then they
I don't
say it,
want that.
and they say it with that accent, and it's like, that sounds cute.
Yeah. Like
Oh my
that's some
God.
classy shit. That's not like, sheep stomach stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that's some
every other
classy shit. All right.
I mean, doesn't it sound better than like head cheese or pimento loaf
It
or
does. It does.
bologna? All of
Okay.
our disgusting meats.
Lita, give me a color.
Green.
Green. Okay. Amy, give me another color. Amy.
Orange.
Ooh. Ray, give me a liquid.
A liquid?
Yes.
Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Serena, give me an exclamation.
What?
Like fuck or shit
Kludgy.
or clutch
Or hacking.
or wild waffle.
We're gonna go with
Do we have no exclamation? Chat.
I picked
Help.
bitch.
Oh, bitch. Okay.
Oh, bitch. I didn't even hear it. Alright. We need another exclamation. Who would like to provide us one?
Take it to the townsfolk.
Take it to the townsfolk. Alright, townsfolk, give us an exclamation.
I can't see the chat anymore because my laptop died.
John Steele said, fucker.
You guys, those are some good ones.
I love it. Okay. Serena, give us an animal.
A manatee.
Ooh. I like that. Amy, give us another animal.
Go lay down.
A doggo.
Doggo.
Yay.
Can we just put Rocco?
Doggo.
Fine. Ray, give us a number.
A number?
Any number.
Gotta go with 13.
Ooh. I like that. Alright, chat. We need another number.
Bored.
Do we have a number? Do we have a number? Do we have a number?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Oh, how original.
Oh God.
God help us. Fine, I'll do it.
That could have been your explanation. God help.
I know, right? God damn it.
God damn it. Yeah, why didn't we do that one?
Let's do
The longest story.
Who has not gone in a minute? This story is gonna be very weird.
I didn't pick one.
Lita, an adverb. So
Uh-huh.
like an action word with ly at the end.
I'm gonna say shockingly.
Shockingly?
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. Alright. Ray, we need another adverb.
Oh. How about slowly?
Ooh. This is gonna be so weird.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fucked up story. Just saying.
Serena, another adverb.
It also seems really long.
Yeah, right.
I know! What is that? I don't know what this is.
Never
I've
ending.
never done it. I've never done it. There's only one more after this.
Oh, okay.
Would freely work?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Brutally. That's a good one, John.
Okay. And we'll take it to the townsfolk for the last one, which is a pet's name.
Oh.
So, townsfolk, you tell us.
That's a good choice because I would have picked my pig's name and we would have ruined the whole story.
Wait, what is your pig's name? I don't think I know it.
Pork chop.
Oh, yeah, I do.
That's awesome. Someone said
Buffy. Lamonia. I had a cat named Buffy. She died, but she was a cat named Buffy. And I love it. Oh, God. Okay. Guys, I don't know what this is going to be. Are you ready for this?
I'm scared.
All right. The title is Ooze, Ooze, in Oz. I will never forget the night it happened. It was an aggressive night, and I was relaxing upstairs with my lamp, a good book, and my faithful manatee, Buffy. Suddenly, there was a loud crunch. I sprang to my feet and crept downstairs, trying to be as bloody as I could. Nothing looked out of the ordinary. Suddenly, I heard the crunch again. But this time, it was much more hairy. And I knew it was coming from the basement. Summoning my courage, I grabbed a flashlight and strode shockingly down the stairs. I might have met my end right there if not for Buffy, who let out a loud scream. Startled, I jumped slowly to the side, just in time to avoid a long, gooey appendage. I turned my flashlight on the intruder and gasped in horror. Lurking there in my basement, bathed in the spooky glow of my light,
Oh my God, that's good.
was a huge, quivering, shapeless blob of ooze. This thing was as green as a pickle and as big as a house.
No.
Bitch, I cried. I fled freely upstairs, but the thing chased me with lightning speed. I was trapped, and I knew I had to fight if I wanted to survive. First, I tried to chop it. Oh my God. axe I tried to chop with a sharp doghouse from the kitchen. Then I shot it with my grandpa's wolf that hangs over the fireplace. In desperation, I even tried throwing Dr. Pepper on it. But all to no avail, it just kept coming. I thought I was dead for sure when suddenly the strange figure crashed through my window and leapt between us. He was tall and disgusting, with fierce, dreadful eyes and poopy shoulders. He was dressed entirely in black, except for his orange shrug.
Orange.
Oh my god, that's so good. I love it.
Fucker! Fucker, the computer cried. And as quick as a doggo, he jumped in and stunned the ooze creature with a powerful kick. Without pause, he scooped the thing into a bam pot and tied it shut with a long machete. How did you do that, I gasped, trying to catch my breath. Their only weakness is their testicle, he replied. One good kick and the things are helpless. But how do you find it, I asked, staring at the shapeless mass. That is easy, said the stranger. It is right next to their eyeball. I thanked them for saving my life and asked him his name. I am Kludgy, and I've been hunting the ooze creatures all my life. Join me in my quest, and we will make the world safe from their curdled evil. Now that I know the truth, how could I say no? I joined Kludgy that night, and my life has never been the same. I learned how to spot their testicle in less than 13 seconds. And together, we defeated over 69 of the ooze creatures. I even got my own orange shrug.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
The end.
Oh, I love it.
Bitch, I cried.
Oh, that was so entertaining.
It's kind of fucked up how like most of that shit worked in that story.
I know. We're all sick people, and everyone contributed.
Yeah, like the shrug.
Yeah, townsfolk,
The
don't
bitch.
think you're immune. You contributed too.
As quick
We're
as
all gross, and that was a really good story.
Testicle.
Oh my god. That was so fucking funny.
that was pretty funny.
Oh,
Story.
Yeah, we got it should be a regular thing. That was good.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Quick as a doggo. Quick
Yeah.
as a doggo.
I like how like Amy slipped in a meme.
Hell yes. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, good times, you
that
guys.
was funny.
Whew. John Steele said, "Do this again in the next one."
Yeah,
I think we should. I
think that's
want to make sure we go into it blind.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to know what the story's gonna be. That's
Yeah,
what made
no.
it funny.
A website, an app? Where'd you find it?
I literally just Googled. I think I Googled horror Mad Lib.
Nice.
Matt, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought it would be like a random site like that. But I think that's awesome. I think that's really good to hear. Like everyone's answers are so fucking different. You know what I mean?
I know. Everyone. I love how we all contributed, and it was
Like
all
Serena's like a
super
manatee,
weird.
and I was like, that's nothing I would ever
Yeah.
pick.
Pet manatee named
I like them. I love manatees, but I would have been like a dog or a cat. But then I was like a shrug.
Buffy the manatee played a big role in the story, so I'm very grateful.
So did the shrug.
I know.
The orange. I haven't. You guys, an orange shrug. It's like the sign of you can hunt these ooze people or whoever they are or whatever. I don't know, even know what I said. They're ooze people. Aren't
Yeah.
they? Yes. So
Who knew?
I got my own. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah. It's like the
Oh my
fucking One
god.
Ring. You've got the
Yes.
power.
Yes.
It would have also been funny if the manatee's name had been Pork Chop.
Let's
mean-
talk about Kludgy, the fucking hero. Kludgy was a huge part. I feel like he actually was the hero. Tell us what a Kludgy is, John. Don't sit here and play games with us. What is a Kludgy?
It's a toilet.
Oh my god.
It's a toilet?
Yeah.
It's a John.
Oh my god, Victoria is calling us. Oh my god, she called us Bam Pods. God damn it, Victoria. Jesus Christ.
Look at all these Bam.
Oh. Okay. Before I get like too carried away on this. Did you guys watch I know Lita watched the trailer for Slender Man. Did you guys watch the trailers? Oh, Amy, you watched the doc, right?
I did, and the trailer.
Yeah. And it's like, it sucks you in.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so do we want to talk about Slenderman, the movie? Probably not as much, because I have no clue where they're going with the movie.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're going to do with the Slender Man movie.
But, like, Slenderman in general, do we want to discuss it?
Yeah, let's
I
do
think.
it.
Yeah, I think we can do both. I think like the movie or the trailer, is bad enough to like not discuss that much, and then we can go into like the doc or Slender Man in general. But the trailer, can I just say? I'll just start.
Yeah, start.
So, something else I hated this week was this trailer, and it was just like really disjointed. Didn't really put out much. There was like it reminded me of one of the Japanese remake movies that America did and put a trailer out for. So I'm talking like The Grudge or Dark Water or anything like that.
Yeah.
So just think of, actually specifically Ring, which I've not seen, but I saw the trailer too, and I was like, this reminds me of Ring, which I heard was terrible, so I didn't watch it. But that's what it reminded me of, just a bunch of like weird ass shit intermixed with like some scenes of the movie, but you don't know what the fuck's going on. And for somebody that like has known about like Slender Man and what happened with the documentary and those girls, I don't fucking know what this movie is talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of didn't really give you any direction. Like the trailer gave you no direction as to where the movie is going to go.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck it's about.
Especially if you know this backstory.
Right. I mean, even if you only know like the basic backstory, you still don't have any idea what the movie's gonna be about. Like you don't know if they're gonna. I did see that some of the parents of the girls were not happy about the movie, the Slender Man movie being made and put out. So that kind of led me to believe that maybe if they're going to try and tie some of the stories fictionally, maybe. Because why would they care if it was just going to be Slender Man and have nothing to do with the case at all?
Right, just like a straight horror movie.
I kind of assumed that maybe they would try to tie in the girls or the case somehow, with the movie based on the parents' reaction, but from the trailer, it doesn't look like it has much to do with anything.
I mean, there are, like, when I watched the trailer, I'm like, well, there definitely are, like, 12-year-old girls in this trailer. So, I don't know if that's, but still, I don't know if that's the direction they're going.
Right.
I mean, there's another Slender Man movie that's been out for a while, too, and it's horrible. So, you don't really know what they're going to do with this one, but that one was super bad, and I feel like it's kind of going in the same direction a little bit.
Was that one just called Slender?
Yeah.
And that one was, wasn't that the one where it was kind of like found footage or something? Or yeah, okay. That was really bad.
I saw that. It's bad?
It's bad.
It wasn't great. It was pretty not good. I didn't like it. And I'm a fan of the legend. It's not real, obviously, but I appreciate a good urban legend. So I wanted to look into it, and I watched the movie, and I didn't care for it, and I don't care for this trailer either.
Did Serena and Ray, did you guys watch the trailer for this at all?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they've been playing it all the time on YouTube.
So what do you guys? Do you guys know like the weird backstory of Slender Man with the little girls? Oh yeah, we talked about it, Serena. Yeah, we've talked about it in our chat. So, do you guys think that's where they're going with this?
I do. I think they're doing some of the creepy pasta stories, like the original one. Then they're gonna add some modern twist bullshit because they have to get it in theater.
Yeah.
With CGI bad shit, and then they're gonna somehow maybe tie it in at the end where the girl stabbed the little girl, and I feel like that's it. They're gonna go into like that dark direction.
Right. They're gonna go and be like based on a true story.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be like so off from what actually happened.
Yeah.
But the trailer to me looks like shit. I really don't like the trailer. It looks bad. But I'm still gonna see it because I'm one of those assholes.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm not gonna pay for it.
I feel like all of us horror fans are those assholes. Like, regardless, we're going to watch it. Like, we're like, it looks like shit.
I mean, the trailer wasn't great, but it just didn't really show you anything. So it's kind of like, I mean, I'll still watch it.
Right. Like I saw it before you guys had mentioned it in today's chat, but I had seen it before. Like Serena said, it was just on YouTube, I think. And it just didn't really do anything for me. It was kind of just, I don't know. The trailer was a little underwhelming. It didn't tell me anything about the plot. It didn't really tell me anything about any action or any or anything really. And I know the story. I know the unfortunate incident. And so I'm sure they're planning on capitalizing on that and making money off of it somehow.
Yeah. Did the trailer seem really generic to you guys?
Yeah.
That's, like, it seemed like it could be a trailer for anything. Honestly.
Right. I kind of wonder if they had done the trailer before the film was finished. Because sometimes that happens. Like, they'll make a trailer for a movie that isn't finished. And then, it's kind of a weird because then they don't have hardly anything in the trailer to show you because the film's not finished. So I don't know if it's that or if it's just a terrible trailer.
I don't know. But I know if you didn't have the word Slenderman on it, you wouldn't, you couldn't know it had anything to do with Slenderman.
I know.
Yeah.
But okay, so hold on. Just for people who don't, like, if anyone in the chat doesn't know, does anyone want to fill them in on the actual case?
Well, is everyone familiar with who Slender Man is? Like the original
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Where he,
Yeah, in the chat. Do you guys know who Slender Man is?
It
Do
seems
you
like
know
they
the
do.
creepy pasta
I think pretty much everybody.
situation? I don't think a lot of people know though about the real
Yeah, I don't think
life
it's like a common like
case.
thing, like not even the case, like where he like came from and everything. I don't think a lot of people know like how he originated,
right.
and they talk about in the documentary. But I feel like there's been like photos that like people have like posted that are like, yeah, like this is the actual shit, and like how can
Right.
you know? You know what I mean? The
No,
problem with
that's all photoshopped.
Yeah.
It's a legend. It's people that's what people have done to make it seem
yeah,
real. But there is, in case you guys don't know in the chat, because I don't want to like sit here and just ramble on about this case if people don't know what we're talking about. There's an actual case where two 12-year-old girls stabbed their friend, their best friend, another 12-year-old girl 19 times in the name of Slender Man. Like, this is actually a thing that happened.
Yeah.
She
They
did
were trying-
not die. She actually survived. But, yeah, it's like legit. This is like, so, everyone's obviously creepy pasta, and it is all like, interesting and whatever, but this actually happened.
Yeah.
Right.
So
kind of-
so what we're talking about right now, I guess, is the actual case of these two girls who stabbed their friend in the name of Slender Man to
what were
please
you gonna say,
him.
Amy?
So you guys go ahead and like put in all of your 2 cents.
I think Amy was gonna say something.
I was just thinking that, the, like Lita was saying, most people probably aren't familiar with like the actual origins of the whole story.
Yeah.
So for the people that did not know about Slender Man to begin with, and all they heard is the case
Right.
surrounding it, they probably kind of have this like, oh, this is some sort of weird internet cult where these girls got sucked into and blah 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 blah. But, I mean, it's just like any other story or urban legend that the wrong kids who are clearly have problems get fascinated by it, happen to meet, someone else fascinated by it, and then cannot differentiate reality from, their own delusions.
Yeah.
So I think that, for the people that never heard about it to begin with are going to say, oh, this is some kind of thing where these kids worship this so-and-so Slender Man. But when you really look at it, it's just like any other murder case or attempted murder case that involves somebody copying a story or a horror movie or a video game or anything like that.
Yeah. And I know Lita and Serena especially know a lot about it. So Slender Man is just a made up thing.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Correct.
Like someone just made him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
It was
creepypasta.
an internet story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Creepypasta.
creepypasta, but then you get like all these like weird pictures of people like reposting and reposting and reposting it. So like the fact that like he's not real has been blurred so hardcore that like you can't even like people now can't even differentiate that it's not a real thing.
Right.
What?
Just like
that's
I'm not that storied on like his actual origins. So does anyone know like the actual origin? Like someone just made him up, and what's the purpose though?
I do.
Yeah, well, because it was a contest. So it was a contest. He was trying to make a photo that wasn't real look real, and he photoshopped this like long guy with no face in a suit in various pictures, and then people started sharing it. And I don't know if anybody in chat like is familiar with B or X, but those are both boards on 4chan, which is a site that not I mean people go to, but it's like questionable content. And X was like when I found out about him, and there's just like story after story after story. And if you post about Slender Man, like they will give you creepypasta, which is copy pasta or copy paste of stories that pertain to Slender Man. If you guys don't know what creepypasta is, so you'll just get link after link after link. They will forward it. They will give you sauce, which is the source. That's another term for B or X. And they'll just give you the links. And you can go and search and dive into that rabbit hole if you really fucking want to. And you will go and go and go. And you will not stop in that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Because there's so much about that.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You just keep going. It's like an onion. Like you unpeel that shit, and there's more and more fucking layers, and there's more photos, and there are photos of fucking Slender Man and some like old ass shit. Like you know when like Pennywise was like in it, and he was in that old like thing. Like that's how they do it with Slender Man. It's such a like they said in that documentary. It's such a rip or a like a Pied Piper thing, like just a fucking fable like that. That's so ingrained in us right now. It's fucking crazy. So if those kids believed that was gonna fucking kill their families, I believe that they would probably fucking do that if one of them was a schizophrenic.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
John said the same thing about
they
just it was part of a competition.
Right.
So I didn't know that actually to make a scary image.
They made all these scary images, but they made them all so well that for a kid who maybe has problems, or kids when I was a kid and I was watching horror movies, there were times that I got scared because I was a little kid and I was like, oh my God, this thing's gonna come after me in the night and I'm gonna get killed. Well, if I'm thinking
I still feel that way
as like as a kid watching this 80s crap that's like super cheesy effects. Imagine what 12-year-old girls see these photos that look real, because they are made to look real. They can be very easily convinced if they've got problems that this is real. And if they really believe in that and are really fearful of that, and then on top of it, the one girl, both of them had mental health problems. And I mean, it was kind of like, you can kind of see how the whole thing unraveled once you start, once you start looking. It's like these kids the parents didn't know enough about it to know that the kids actually believed it to be true.
Yeah, there's like a generation gap, big time.
Yeah, and it's like the parents.
I feel like we would see that because we're a bit younger. They were like just old enough to like not get that. Well, not get what they were delving into online. Well, like they were just a generation ahead. So,
I don't know. Because
in my opinion,
Lita's got teens. My kid is 11, and he is obsessed with YouTube. He was obsessed with Slenderman for a while. He goes through like all middle schoolers, elementary school.
Sure.
Anything that's viral, that's their generation. Like they live on the internet. Anything that hits YouTube and is big, he talks about it. And what all the big YouTubers are playing, he knows about it, even though he's never played it. And we had to go through that stuff with him, where it's like, baby, these These are movies. These are characters. These aren't real. And so it's just part of growing up in this digital age, really.
Yeah.
You got to go through that with them, like our parents did with us, and cheesy horror movies with practical effects. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate, like you said. It's just, to me, it's just a kind of a tragic situation where you have mental kids with some mental problems, and this generation in which all children are on the internet and believe this stuff and have this stuff constantly in front of them, and it's just like a sad story.
Yeah, they are the. I'll say this about our kids, because you are kind of like in the same age group, sort of. They have way more accessibility than we ever did, because we're the generation, for the most part, that grew up with dial-up and grew up with AOL Messenger, and we had to do that whole like thing, and like
that's the best we had. That's the best we had.
Yeah, so like,
and that was not even like as like, I mean, kids now, they're doing this at like 6, 7, 8 years old. When I was like, my first taste of the internet, I was like 18. Like, I was very old.
I was probably 13, 14 when I got access online to AOL.
Don't tell anyone how old I am.
And then like now you can like there's dark web and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a completely different game, and I understand that like everyone is curious, but like there's some shit that you don't have to see, and I feel like some people can't. They can't see that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's gonna fuck them up, and and Slenderman fucked these girls up.
Yeah, guys, don't go on the dark web. Not worth it. Don't do it. Even if you find someone who can get on it, don't do it. It's not worth it. Just don't.
What were the other, not to switch gears, but you guys have mentioned 2 other trailers today that y'all were watching?
Truth or Dare and Hellraiser.
Oh, yeah.
Those ones I haven't seen.
I haven't watched Hellraiser yet. Not that trailer yet.
Shit, I didn't watch Truth or Dare. I totally
You know what? The Hellraiser trailer looks actually really fucking spooky and good.
Really?
The Hellraiser trailer didn't look too bad.
Okay, cool.
I'm excited.
I was slightly impressed.
Slightly impressed. Like, I think, I don't think I've watched a Hellraiser in a while, and it's because of that, like, Walmart looking one. You guys know what I mean?
Yeah.
Revelations.
Yeah. So when I saw how good he looked, and how good, like, and they just like throw like the fucking chains out, and like all like the fucking Hellraiser shit. You know what I mean? The shit that makes that genre, that franchise so fucking appealing to me. For I don't know why, but I just like that hook shit. Grabbed me
because it's fucking gory and weird.
I like
awesome.
Series. I have them all, and even though they're not good, and like they definitely go down a weird path, like they're still entertaining. I like them.
Yeah, I mean, I can even watch the Walmart Hellraiser.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't think he looked good. Like he looked fucking on this.
Yeah, in the trailer,
he really did.
Really good.
Yeah, I was like, nice. This is like, not OG Pinhead, because,
but it looked really good.
You're not Doug Bradley, but you're pretty close, and you look amazing.
Yeah. I was like, this is nice. I was really impressed. I'm really excited to see Hellraiser again, which I haven't been in a while since the Walmart one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one.
I'll be the first to admit, give me all the shit you want. I am not a big fan of the Hellraiser movies.
I love them.
I love the first and second, and that is it. So
Yeah, they go down a
That
weird.
I'm
puzzle box just
excited to see like a revamp, and for the revamp to look as good as it does, I'm so excited.
Is it coming to the?
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't. Like, because my link
Oh,
only
I think
said
it is.
Blu-ray and DVD release. But
Really?
yeah,
Oh, I thought we were going to theaters with this
I
shit.
don't know, man. Like, it could have been my budget ass like trailer that like I'm like, oh, can I download this off my like app so I can put it in my video?
Oh my god, Lita, you're so funny. You're my favorite.
And then what was the other one was called hide and seek?
No, truth or dare. I didn't see. We're just playing little kid games, girls.
Truth or dare. Okay, cool. What was that one? Just like a general kind of high school party game.
Yes.
Yeah. Except everybody in the movie looks like they're 30 and they're playing truth or dare.
Wow, got it.
Awesome.
The
I
thing
don't-
that got me about that one though is the smile on that girl.
I know they had
my
the weird. They had those weird faces, like
Ew.
faces. I don't know. Some of it looked like it could be cool, but some of it looked like it could be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they all look like they're 30 and they're, playing truth or dare.
35, 30, 35.
Right.
They look quite
I
old.
was like, why are these people playing this?
No, I have zero hopes for that one.
Okay. Well, I know it wasn't listed, but did you guys see the trailer for, I think it's called The Quiet Room? That one
Yes.
looks good.
Oh my
No.
god, that looks so good. I can't wait. About the death family?
Tell us about it.
It looks really interesting.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
basically like the trailer is the family and they're in their house kind of in the woods, and you notice immediately that they have salt paths everywhere, and they're like, hunting in the woods and gardening and all this stuff, and they're, the kids are playing with a game, but then you notice that all the toys are made out of cloth, and then you start to realize that nobody's making any noise. Like, everything's soft, and they walk on salt, so there's no footsteps. And then you see them, and they're all signing with each other. And then kind of slowly the trailer shows, like, there's something out there, and it attacks and kills when it hears noise. And that's really all you kind of know. So you don't know if it's a monster or whatever. But I'm really interested, because then I'm like, okay, well, is the whole movie going to be silent? Like, I'm interested to see what they do with that.
Do you guys watch the show The Office? Did y'all ever watch the show?
yeah, I did.
Well, do you remember Jim in that
Yeah.
show? Jim and Pam?
Yeah.
Well, Jim is the main actor in the.
No
and he has a
shit.
beard. He looks so good.
Really? Like, I loved him. He was fucking awesome. Like, Jim and Pam was like my favorite besides what's his name?
Dwight?
Dirt. What?
Dwight.
The weird guy. Dwight, yes. Yeah. I don't know why I like rain-tailed on that, but
Yeah. He's the
that
guy-
show's amazing. I totally need to see that now. That's incentive because I loved Jim. He was so good.
Yep.
I've not seen that though. Like, no, like I don't know. I guess I go by like trailers. Like, I'm like such a YouTube like person that I'm like, oh wait, this came out because somebody else did like a reaction or review to that. I'm like, I didn't know because I'm not like on Facebook like that much to see, and I'm not linked to all the sites like discussing like and stuff like that because I just can't like deal with all the spam. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
I just don't.
No, actually, I totally agree, and I don't do it either. And in fact, how I see a lot of these is I go on YouTube and I type in best trailers 2018, and people will do compilations based on genre. So like there was one that was like top 10 horror movies coming out in 2018, and it'll do all the trailers. But they also that's how I saw the trailer for the New Mutants. And that's really interesting because
Yes.
that's an action movie, but it makes it look like a horror movie. And I'm really interested how they handle that.
No, they moved it to 2019.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, got delayed. But I think it is going to be kind of horrific. It's supposed to be like a horror type comic thing.
Yeah, so that's how I just can't. I just can't be on all those horror sites because they post a lot,
Mhm.
and I wouldn't remember.
Yeah, right.
So I just go on YouTube and I'm like, oh, they like somebody reacted to that. That's new, or like it pops. I don't know, it just pops them on my YouTube feed like way faster, or not as much, or some. I just notice it more or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I just search whatever trailer up on YouTube and watch it. That's how I see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that like once every 3 months and then get so excited about how many like horror trailers I'm seeing. I'll be like, oh my god, this is gonna be the best year ever. And it never is, but I feel like it might be.
Right?
It's true. It's so true. So, are you guys looking forward to anything this year? I think the only thing I'm looking forward to this year is Insidious.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that tomorrow.
Yes! Are you going to give us a full review after?
In the chat, I will.
Well, yeah, in the chat. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I'll tell y'all. I'm thinking about going to see I, Tanya.
What is that? Oh!
It's a Tanya Hardy movie.
Oh, we talked about that too in the chat.
I think I'm gonna go. I found a theater nearby that has it.
No, you did not.
I did. I go to the movies all the time, I've told you.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
I gotta support.
that you're really crossing a line going to see that movie. We're got in the chat, townsfolk. We're talking about a movie about Tanya Harding. Yes, we
And
are.
how great.
It's a
I
thing.
can't wait. I can't wait.
I just need to know. You're gonna have to tell us in the chat, like if they try to make her look like this "woe is me," like society pushed me to do it kind of thing, because I'm gonna be like, oh hell no.
That's what it looked like, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Didn't
I watched
it?
I
The
watched
trailer?
the trailer.
She's like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Don't cry, bitch.
So
Right?
Bitch, you will literally hired someone to crowbar the fuck out of your competitor's knee.
I know.
Like, you're fucked up, bitch.
She also looks like she's 65 or something now.
She literally looks like she's 80.
It's like her bitterness has made her
83.
really poorly.
She looks worse than Sophia.
I mean,
Sophia looks amazing, by the way. No diss to Sophia, but yeah, no, she does. She looks awful. God, well, who wouldn't? I mean, she's basically like hiring hitmen.
Right.
Right.
Her bitterness has caused her to age poorly.
Well, that's
Her
what you
jealousy
get.
and bitterness.
That's what you get, bitch.
That's just, right. You're
That's
gonna
what
have
happens when you're mean.
to report back.
Don't be mean.
What happens when you're mean? You get bitter and you look old quick.
Oh my god, I cannot wait for someone to see this movie.
Now I'm going.
Oh my god. I can't.
Awesome.
I just remember seeing all the video over and over and over, like when it all happened. Like, why?
Why?
Right.
I was just like, oh my God, everybody just shut up.
Would that be? I don't know. Like, I can't pretend to know how I would feel in that moment if that was me. But would I just, like, lay there yelling, why? For half an hour? I don't think I would.
I don't know.
I'd be like, who the fuck did this? Who fucked me up? I'd be
Laura would
going.
probably be like,
I'd go
"God
psycho.
damn."
God damn it, Tanya.
Bitch.
I just never cared to begin with about either one of them.
Right.
And so they showed it
Well,
on.
yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And
And
they just turned kind
also,
of white on me.
then you kind of have to care about figure skating, which nobody does.
Yeah, I don't really care about that.
Oh, I love
Well, who cares about it? Who said that?
right. I just
Someone just said, I like figure skating.
I like watching.
Yes, but are you not watching to see someone fall down?
Oh no, I'm actually watching it. My childhood best friend is a figure skater.
Oh, okay. So you actually have a connection to.
Okay. I can understand caring about it if you have like your best friends involved in it.
Yeah.
So
Hey, I mean, no judge here, dude. People like all kinds of sports. People watch football, baseball. Like, I mean, I get it. Everybody's got something interesting.
Well, I love hockey, but guess what? I love when they fight.
I do too.
Best.
I enjoy hockey.
I grew up on hockey too.
I know.
So
I do
Serena, it's okay to admit if you
like figure
kind
skating.
of like it when they fall down.
I did enjoy watching them fall in figure skating. I will not lie.
Oh, it actually can't believe that. Like I don't.
Yeah, like, yeah, I hate that. I like cringe. I'm like, I feel so bad that like they just couldn't like land that shit, and like,
I think it's the best time ever when they fall.
no, I hate that. Like, yo, that
I'm such a cunt.
that ice mad hard. Like, if you've ever skated before, it's so not good, and they fall fucking high, like they jump high, and it's a hard fall.
On
It's a
solid
hard
ice.
fall.
Yeah, and they're going fucking fast.
Right. Very.
Yep.
Very
So it's just like road burn when you're like skating or biking or anything, except for it's worse because it's fucking ice.
It really does.
Because it's cold and yeah, it really does.
Oh,
and like,
this is
I don't know if do you guys remember when like the whole Tanya Harding thing like happened? Like she was so apathetic to basically ruining this other ice skater's career.
Yeah.
Like she's fucking done because like she got like kneed with a fucking crowbar or whatever the fuck. They like a tire iron, was it? I don't remember. Like she almost ruined that girl's shit, dude. And because she was better, and that the thing is, like Tanya Harding, it's like I had a horrible life. Like my mom was like this whole like fucking like tough ass motherfucker. But there's a lot of people that had that life and aren't fucking telling other people to be the fucking competitor in the fucking knee with the fucking tire iron or whatever the fuck.
The tire iron.
Like,
You're right. There's plenty of
some-
people that had terrible childhood.
Yes, that is some psychopathic shit. Like she's a fucking psychopath for being like, you need to do this, and then she got somebody else to do this. So she's also a manipulator. And I think it's going to be a good movie because I think they're going to cover that because Margot Robbie was pretty good at Harley Quinn. So I think she can play a psychopath pretty spot on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm really excited. So I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
I think it'll be good because of that, because it should have that psychopath edge to it because that's what she fucking was. She was a psychopath. She didn't give a shit about anybody else except for her career and what she was doing because of her mom. But not everybody that has a mom like that turns out like that.
Yeah.
So she had something else in her that give that violence on another person.
Yeah. I really get annoyed with grown people who blame everyone else for their poor decisions and their bad attitudes and their crap, because it's like they don't, even as a grown up, they don't want to take any responsibility for their own actions. It's just like I'm blaming this. I have this problem, so this causes. No, you're just an asshole. That's what it is. Lots of people have problems.
You're just a dick.
Yeah, it's like lots of people have problems in life. It doesn't mean everybody's an asshole about it, So I don't know. If they try to make her seem like this innocent, like I had a poor childhood nonsense, that's a big bunch of crap. Yeah. There's plenty of people that have had terrible childhoods that weren't, like Lita was saying, that weren't beating their competitors with a tire iron in the locker room because it was better.
Yeah,
I think.
Don't give me your bullshit.
I think Jeffrey Dahmer was one of the only serial killers that was like, my childhood was fine. I'm just
responsibility.
Yeah. I'm fucked up. My head's fucked up. I want to do this. That's it.
Right.
His childhood was like normal, wasn't it?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
Serena. I feel like Serena knows more about this.
Just because I don't know. I have a weird fascination with his case because, like Lita said, because he was so open and accepting of what he did wrong. Like he just
he came out with it. He's like, yes, I did this, and I'm eating people, and I eat dicks, and I do that. Like it's weird as fuck, man. It's not normal. Like,
I mean,
most serial killers don't go around saying that.
I don't think he really had that bad of a life compared to a lot of the other ones. I think it was pretty decent. Like not the best, but like, I mean, if he himself says that it wasn't that bad, I did this because I wanted to. That's kind of something to look at, I'd say. When a lot of the other ones were like, well, I did this because this happened to me, and I did this happened to me. No, I think you did it because you wanted to fucking do it.
Right.
Because you got it in you to do it.
Right.
Not saying everyone's like that, but I feel like a lot of them cop out on some of the abuse. And I'm not saying that doesn't fuck up everybody, but there are some people that had some fucked up shit happen to them, and they're like, not fine, but they function and they're not killing people.
Right, right.
Not to like take this off topic, I'm gonna bring it back. But Lita, just so you know, your man is asking people to have his babies in the chat.
What is the word?
God damn it, Robert.
I can't see chat anymore. My laptop died, so I'm only on my phone.
That's all I'm gonna say. He's soliciting me to have his children. No, thank you. And I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You don't want kids.
I'm not even going to have my own babies.
Yeah.
So I will not have yours, Robert.
I don't know. I mean, he might think that I can see it.
Back on task.
I can't see it. What?
Lisa's like, thank God I can't see it.
No, whatever. Like, if you want to have babies, then have them. I don't want to have them.
I'm not having them. Don't look at me. Oh, Lord. Yeah, you have a couple, Robert. No more for you. You're done. Go to bed.
They just can't live here. That's all I'm going to say. We're full up on.
Yeah.
Right. Like, nah, dude. We're done.
So, if you guys want to have them, you can have them.
No, thank you. None of us want to. So we're all passing on that. Hard pass.
The hard pass.
Cool. Yeah. If we're not having our own, we're definitely not having someone else's.
Just wait. He's going to try and give you guys our pig, too. So that's probably coming up.
I feel like Lamonia is offering herself for a womb. So, Lamonia, there you go. Robert said they're not my kids.
Oh my god.
Well, they're clearly not my kids. They don't even have my last name or anything.
Oh my god. Oh. Well, sorry, Lamonia, all of us called not it. You were the last one. You're having the babies.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah, it's totally on you.
Good luck.
Michael Villegas said, according to the paternity test, you are the father. That's awesome. Oh, Lordy. Okay, back on track. Sorry, I just got way off.
I
Sorry,
can't
good
see
girl.
the chat.
I'm gonna go get a cigarette.
All right, I'm gonna jump off team. I'm done
No,
for the night.
Hello? Are you guys?
Oh my god.
What was that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it was Slender Man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, really it.
Amy.
I was thinking when I was watching that documentary about how like the little girl who has schizophrenia was, talking about like, how they, when she was real little, her parents were saying how she would say she could see things, she could see somebody or something out there. And I was thinking like every kid says that at some point.
Yeah.
I'm like, half the time I think I see stuff outside now. Hopefully I'm not schizophrenic and I'm just not finding out.
You're not. You would know by now.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably. But yeah, I always think I see like Bigfoot or some wolf or something coming after me in the back. In the dark.
The paranoia.
Right.
All right, ladies, I'm gonna jump off.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
You guys have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
This is the latest I've been up for like a month.
What time?
Yeah.
It's 11:38.
Okay.
That's late night for me, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is late. But like I know what you're saying, Amy, when like she was like, I see stuff, I was like, but I have seen
Right.
stuff. So I'm like, what? But like the stuff that her father was describing, I was like, I've never seen no shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I've never like flipped out, like been like there's somebody like chilling in the back seat
Right.
with me, or like I've never seen like traffic lights different or anything like that, and like the patterns that he was describing. Like what's really sad is like they didn't know that, or he didn't know that his daughter had the same condition and never said anything about it.
Yeah. That's really, I feel like, I mean, I don't know, I don't have kids, but I feel like if my husband had that serious of a condition, even if he was high functioning, I feel like if I had a child, I would really be monitoring that. And it sounds like they, she said a lot of things that normal kids, would say and do, but at the same time, like why wasn't this kid evaluated at some point based on the hereditary likelihood that she could develop this?
Yeah, I thought that too.
I'm not sure. Like, I think, well, my parents only evaluated me when I started like fucking up bad on classes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they figured out like that I had like a huge math deficit as far as numbers. So that's like when I was like failing, when I was like acing like classes like social studies and history and literature and stuff like that. And when I was like completely like bombing chemistry and like algebra and geometry,
Mm-hmm.
they were like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? And then like my chemistry teacher was like, there's like something not right with her head as far as the subject. So they brought me to a psychologist and I went through um 2 days of testing for ADHD and ADD.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted to put me on medication for that. And I told them that like my alternative to that, because I didn't want to go on medication, is that I would take ginkgo biloba, which is like kind of an alternative to
Right.
some of that stuff. But that's the only way they found out. And if they don't feel like there's a problem, they're not going to research it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So my teachers caught the problem that there was something wrong with my brain as far as math, and I went to a good school, so I think that's why it happened. If it's public school, I feel like it gets pushed under the rug.
Right. That was the other thing I thought of too, was the other girl, Anissa, her teacher seemed to have the insight. Like the teacher was the only one aware that this girl was crying like every other day at school about that she didn't have friends, that she was being picked on. And even her long childhood friend didn't seem to know that she was picked on and didn't have any friends, because she was telling her friend that she had lots of friends. So it's like, it surprises me in a way that this fifth grade teacher did not say something to the parents and say, look, you know, I don't know if you're aware of this, but your daughter's crying every other day at school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like that was kind of a thing that was overlooked too.
I don't think I even like. I watched the documentary when it first came out, so it was like at least 6 months ago. I don't think I even realized that about her teachers.
Well,
yeah, it was just that one.
Yeah.
Well, still, like if you're in 5th grade, you have one main teacher, right?
I don't know. It's so different now. Like I went to Catholic school, so I have no idea what public school is even about. Because like our kid, well, his kids go to public school, but like it's such a fucking, it's a total different monster. It's completely fucking different.
Well, usually in elementary school, like kindergarten through 5th grade, at least, you have one main teacher, right? Is that what you guys have all experienced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go to other rooms for math or whatever, but you still have your one main teacher. So there is someone who you see most of the day, every day.
Yes, that kind of struck me as strange, but it was interesting to hear the parents basically saying that there was no signs of anything.
Yeah.
They weren't paying attention. Or looking.
I mean, and that's kind of easy to do. A little bit, to be honest.
But wait, which girl are we talking about?
Well, both of them claimed that there were no
signs. But it's like the one who got eventually diagnosed with schizophrenia recently. Yeah, she just recently did. Her dad was schizophrenic. How are they not like over analyzing her life?
Yeah,
well, that's what that's what I had said. I think you had stepped away, and I was confused as to why parents did not have her evaluated at some point based solely on the hereditary likelihood that she could
Yeah.
have schizophrenia.
Because my father, he's a manic bipolar. So they started watching me at like, I'm not even, at like 5 years old. Making sure I wasn't, you know, acting super bizarre.
Yeah, because that's a big deal.
Yeah. So
Like,
schizophrenia
that's
is even
no
worse
joke.
than bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
Very intense. And bipolar is bad, don't get me wrong, it's really bad. But
Sure.
it's strange to me. But we also don't know the financial reasons they have. Like, they could
Yeah.
have different issues. They might not be able to afford
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
like,
I just feel like as a parent, no matter what your financial circumstances,
We say
you're
that now.
married to someone who is schizophrenic
I know.
and
But
you have
we
children.
don't.
Like, I just feel like I would be watching them.
Me
Like,
too.
but I'm a paranoid person too.
Right. Exactly.
So, like, maybe some people
Yeah,
would
I
not.
would be.
I would just be like, oh my god. Like, every little thing they did, I'd be such a pain in the ass. That's why I can't be a mom. I'd be a horrible, horrible mother.
I mean,
Like,
honestly,
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead, Serena. No, go.
When I was diagnosed with my major depressive disorder,
Mm-hmm.
and I was young, I attempted suicide at a very young age. So when I was finally put to see like a real different like psychiatrist, psychologist, etc. When they told my mother I had major depression, my mom was like in denial, and she refused to put me on meds and to see more help. So that's why I kind of understand. I don't know if it's because of financial reasons or because they're religious. I don't know. I don't really know the reasoning behind it, but I know she did kind of shelter me from medical attention.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's weird.
But people are like that. Like, people are scared to like be on meds or put a kid on meds.
Right.
Like,
Right.
people are like, that's a thing.
Yeah.
But that probably helped my life so much. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of issues growing up with that disorder, not
Right.
being treated. Just FYI.
But look at
Yeah.
you now, girl.
Yeah, medication.
You gonna be a doctor.
Though is because I know what it was like not to have help.
Right.
So now I really want to help others.
Right.
That's like the main reason.
I love that.
I will run away from all of you.
Amy's running.
Look what happened to me. I went to the doctor to catch, the pneumonia at an early stage, and I ended up being sick for a month anyway, so who cares? I should have just waited.
Amy, me and you are going to Dr. Serena. We just have to wait it out until she becomes
I'll be dead.
licensed.
I'll be dead by then from pneumonia.
No, we will not. We're going to hang in there.
We'll be grilled together at the honeysuckle.
Exactly. You'll be
Serena
treating
will
us.
bag.
Who knows? Like, our livers will be failing. Like, who knows what's even going to happen? Oh, mine will definitely be
We'll be
failing.
on dialysis.
Yes. Amy's getting dialysis.
I'm gonna follow Lita's.
I need a spare liver.
I'm
Like,
following Lita's voodoo medicine.
I mean, that's the best we can do in the meantime.
I don't do needles.
Yeah, me neither.
You have
What I
to
got.
do needles.
Me and Lita are on the no needle team.
You guys have to do needles.
No,
It's
we don't.
not-
Oh my God.
Yes, you do.
We actually don't.
You're gonna drop dead.
What freaks y'all out about it? Why are they so bad to you guys?
Ugh.
Needles don't
You
bother
want to go
me at
first, Amy?
all.
Because I have a story. I have a story about mine.
Oh, let's hear your needle
Curious.
stories.
Real reason.
Yeah, well, when I was a little kid, I got the flu. I was 5 years old, and they couldn't keep medicine down me because I was getting sick so much, and I dehydrated. So they took me to the emergency room,
Oh, Lord.
and they needed to put an IV in me, and they could not find the veins because I was
Oh
so
my God.
Because you were so
So-
little.
and I was 5 years old. And so I had two nurses holding me down and my mom holding me down in the chair while I screamed, and they continued poking me with the needles for like 2.5 hours. And then they never got the needle in there. So what they did instead was they came in every 20 minutes, like for the next 24 hours, and made me drink like a certain amount of liquid. So that was incident number one. And
Oh,
then,
that's the first one.
yeah, and then
There's
it
more?
basically a
But
repeat.
wait, there's more.
When I was about 10, I had to be hospitalized again for dehydration because I had gotten mono, and the same thing happened. They were holding me down in the chair, and while they kept trying to get blood out of my arm, that wouldn't work. The IV couldn't go in this arm. They finally got it in the back of my hand, I think. And I remember being in the hospital thinking, as soon as everyone leaves the room, I'm going to rip it out and get out of here.
Oh,
At the age of 10. And I decided at that point, I
Aw.
was never, ever doing anything like that again while I was conscious.
While I was.
And there you have why I'm a needle clerk.
That's super disturbing.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that was a very long time ago. And we're going to have to let go of that. All right, Lita, let's hear your weird story about why you can't deal with needles.
So my tale of woe with needles. very
Tale of
similar.
woe. Me and
Yeah.
Serena over here like, God damn it. Just deal with
And me and
it.
Lita are like, girl, I get you, girl.
Seriously. You guys are like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
As soon as Amy was like, they can't find my vein, I was like, freak. Yeah, so that's what happened to me. So, in third grade, my mom got transferred to Brazil to work in the bank down there. And before you go to any foreign company, you have or country company for her.
She just said
you
cunt.
have-
Just saying.
no, I said company.
You said cunt.
No,
And then you said company and country. Go ahead. Never mind. It's nothing.
you have to get blood work done, so you can enter into that company or country. Company. I did it again. It's her company. I have to go into that country. So yeah, you had to get blood work done. So I had to get all these tests done and like pooped and prodded and stuff like that. And like when it came to the blood test, they put me down on like the table and they're like,
No, none of that shit works either. It's bullshit. None of it.
Amy's
keep doing this,
freaking
and they're
out.
like-
Just like seeing the visual, Amy's freaking
yeah.
out.
And
She
they're
can't.
like the first nurse is like, like I don't know, I'm not getting veins to pop up, and I'm like, well, you can't see any veins on me at all. Like there's none. They're not there, really, essentially. Like I can look at my arm and I don't see any blue at all.
Deep.
So she's trying to get them to pop up. They're not going to do it. I know they're not going to do it. I was like probably 10, and I'm like, this isn't going to happen. You're going to have a problem.
Were they using a tourniquet?
They did. They tried to. It still didn't bring anything up. So after the first nurse was like, I can't find a vein, and she said that like physically out loud, which got me triggered. So I was like, what? That doesn't sound good because you've got a needle in your hand and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing really because I can't find this shit.
I don't have veins.
So she brings somebody else in, and they're both like slamming on my arm trying to find this stuff. And they're both like, I don't know, like I don't know if this is like, like where we should go in or whatever. And like a 10-year-old should not be hearing this shit, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like they discuss that in another room because I'm freaked out already. My parents aren't in there because they're getting their tests done. You know what I mean? So I'm by myself with these two people that like can't figure it out, and I understand that because my veins are hard to find, which is why I freak the fuck out about needles. They got it eventually, but just the trauma of them trying to figure out where to stick the needle in and if like that was a viable spot or not. I was like, no, this is not good. Like, I don't want to ever hear about this again. So I don't, like, I'm not good with shots. I don't
This
care if
is
it's
not
in
good, she says.
Yeah, like, dude, I was like 10. I was in the third grade, probably. Going into the third grade, I think.
Full age.
Like fifth
Yeah,
grade.
so, well, like, I don't even know.
Whatever. You were a kid. You were a little kid.
Yeah, I was super young, but I was coherent enough to know that like them discussing how the fuck to get the needle in my arm and get some blood was not a good deal.
Right.
Because they were like confused and I was like, I don't even know your job and you're like freaking out about this, so I'm freaked out. And I just couldn't deal with it. And like from that on, I'm like, not so much needles. Nope.
So
please don't try to take my blood.
like no needles.
No needles.
Okay.
But
what
I got a meningitis shot.
You guys,
but
what happens
I cried.
when you go to the doctor and they have to take your blood?
They don't.
I don't go to the doctor.
I actually have gotten up and left. They don't take my blood.
What? The last time I went to the doctor was for a meningitis shot, and it was just in my arm right here, and I still cried like a baby.
Oh my god!
I have not.
Yeah.
When was this?
That was probably 3 years ago, and like the problem is like I tense up so hard when I see the needle, and that's any needle. I'm just like. So when I tense up, it makes it worse. You know what I mean? So like I freak out and I get tense because they show it to me, which I'm like, just I don't want to see it. Like just please don't show it to me. But I'm not going to go into the whole like story about like why I don't want to see the fucking needle because nobody wants to hear that shit. They want to get their job done, shoot it in me, and fucking go on to the next person. You know what I mean?
Shoot it in me.
That's not really the problem.
Yeah, I actually.
I mean, it's
I had
true though.
The last time I had any type of like injection or anything, I was probably 17, and
what?
I had to have a booster.
You haven't. Wait, hold on.
For measles.
Hold on. You haven't had a needle in your body since you were 17.
No, I have. I had blood work done when I was not much older than 17. I think 22.
Oh my god.
And they had to drug me to do it.
Holy shit.
So when's the last time you had like your cholesterol checked?
They've done that little thing where they stick your finger in those little tests.
Oh, you don't mind that.
Like it's like the little Lancet, that they check my sugar before. But I've never had a cholesterol problem. I've never had, any of those kind of issues. But I've not had any actual injections since I was like 17 years old. I haven't had
They've
a
never tried to take your blood? Or
not
they
since I
do
was
and you're like, no.
They do, and I refuse.
And what do they say to you?
They don't have a choice because I leave.
They don't have a
They don't. I flat out tell them we're not doing this. And if they say we have to, I say we don't, and I get up and leave.
I'm sorry.
And that's how it goes.
I don't mean to laugh.
That's it.
It just sounds really funny.
I haven't had any blood.
You're like, no thanks. Goodbye, hard
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, after those incidents with the needles, I actually, after that, I would cancel my doctor's appointments. I would call and cancel them after they were made so that I wouldn't have to go, and then it would be longer before I would get back in. Yeah.
I can't do it, dude. We've been fucking traumatized. Like
Yeah,
I said,
dude.
I can't even look at that shit in a horror movie. I cannot fucking look
Yeah,
at it.
that's messed up. I can't deal with that either.
Wait, so do y'all have tattoos?
I have tattoos, yes.
Oh, so that's fine.
Tattoos.
Well, that's not a hypodermic needle. That's
Yes,
like
it is.
I call that extreme coloring.
That's the
'Cause
same thing. It's worse.
It doesn't look like it does not look like the needle that they take your blood with. A tattoo needle does not look the same.
I don't have any
because
tattoos.
it's in a fancy little tattoo gun.
Tube.
Lita does not.
I don't have any. I don't. I do plan on getting one. However, I spent my tattoo money on like the last Sailor Moon one that I needed to buy.
Do you have any piercings, Lita?
I have like second holes that were pierced by a gun, and that's it.
I don't even have that. I have no piercings.
Wow.
You
I
don't
did my
have your
second
ears
one.
pierced once?
Nope.
I thought y'all had.
Really? Girl, do you ever wear like the fake clip-ons?
No. My grandma used to wear that shit.
I know, right? What's up with that?
No,
All right, where are your tattoos,
mine?
Amy? Yeah.
I have one on the back of my neck and one across my back.
Nice.
No tramp stamps.
No tramp stamp.
Oh god.
Thank God. What are your tattoos? Would you like to share with us? Like, you don't have to show them, but like maybe you would like to talk about them.
I have a lotus flower on the back of my neck.
Aww.
And across my back is one of my best friends gave me a piece of artwork that has like this Asian lettering on it that just says friendship. And I have that tattooed across my back.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like about six inches, I think, wide. That's what I
that's
have.
fine though. When they repeatedly stab you with a needle,
But like I heard, it's not like
thousands of times.
It's not like a hypodermic needle.
Yes, it is.
It's like a bee thing.
And also,
Yes, it is.
I actually trust them more than the doctor.
Oh Lord, I
actually don't trust the doctor.
do hate a doctor, but
I
I
trust
love
it.
Serena, and I can't wait until she's my doctor.
I hate to break it to you, Serena, but you ain't taking my blood.
Yes, you are, Serena.
Okay. Me
Don't
and Lita,
worry, I'll tie their bitch asses
You'll see me and Lita
because by
running.
then we're gonna be like 60, and I'm gonna be like, let me get these fucking bitches, corral them
Laura's
in.
just gonna be like, God damn it.
I know. I'm like, we're just gonna have to deal with it.
No way.
We're old. Serena's taking our blood.
I'll be running.
Yeah, Serena, just so you know, you're not taking my blood. I'm gonna be on that Bruja shit.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm following the Bruja, and we ain't going nowhere near the needles.
All right. Well, you guys can drop dead, and I'll
I mean,
be
it's
with
gonna happen to
Serena,
everyone.
living
Hey.
like till infinity.
No, no hate, Joe. I don't want to live that long.
Yeah, me neither. I'm actually surprised I'm still alive, to be honest. So
I know. How are we all so alive?
if I drop dead due to my lack of blood work, then so be it.
I can't believe I had dropped out already of bronchitis. Oh my god, I'm dying right now. Actively dying on the live stream.
That's what you get for laughing at our needle phobia.
You shut up.
Yeah, don't mock it. That's telling you
Wait,
to, like,
Lita, you don't have a tattoo?
The Grim Reaper's
No.
knocking on your
I
door.
thought you had tattoos.
I know.
What?
I thought too.
I thought Lita had tattoos.
No, I know. It seems like I should, but I have second hole piercings, and like this was like a whole thing for my family too. They're like, "What the fuck? Like, you got a second hole pierce? That's bullshit." You know what I mean? But like, first of all, like they did this to me in the first place. They gave me my first holes. You know what I mean? Like I was like a baby, and you can look at my baby pictures, and I have pierced ears, and that's like a
Oh
Latin
my
thing.
god.
Yeah.
That was the
It's
first
a Latin
trauma
thing.
with the needles.
Yeah, well, it's not really. I was like, whatever. So, like, like, you made me, so you put some holes in my ears. Big fucking deal. It's not like a thing. Like, I know a lot of people are upset about that now because you don't have consent or whatever. I really don't care. They gave me an excuse to get my second hole pierced because I was like, look what you did. I'm going to do it too. This is my consent. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do it because you did it. So, here's my second hole, Dad.
Yeah, hey.
Dad.
That was like that was a stretch for me to like do that. That was like a hardcore like thing for them to not approve of at all because they like were like weird about hair color, weird about like piercings, definitely no tattoos. Dad has like a couple, but that's not heard of because I was a girl from a Latin family, so can't do it
I got my tongue
unless I'm not.
17.
Yeah. No, my parents were like, nope, no hair color, no piercings, but I did it anyways. And like they were pissed about my piercings. A second hole, dude, so fucking common. But they were so fucking mad.
Well,
So a tattoo.
It's dumb that they got mad anyway because they had your ears pierced as a baby. What the hell?
Yeah, but like
What
yeah,
are they getting mad about?
The second hole.
Why? Does not make sense.
That was
Families
that was
against
my yeah. They didn't like anything. They thought like if you had a second hole, you were a weirdo. If you had like dyed hair, you were a weirdo. But if they walked in my room and they like looked at it, they're like, "You're a fucking weirdo." So,
Lita, you're a huge weirdo then, apparently.
Yeah, my parents were really strict too. Like no hair dye. Like my sister didn't get her ears pierced at all forever. Like she wanted them pierced forever, and then they finally let her do it. It was like this big deal. I never wanted mine pierced due to the needle incidents. So,
oh my god, I can't wait until we meet at the honeysuckle. We're gonna have an old fashioned at home ear piercing.
Ew, I don't want
no.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. It's a sleepover party.
I mean, I would pierce my ears now. I'm not really concerned with that, but I definitely won't get blood work done.
Oh
Yeah.
my
You
god!
were like,
She's
we're gonna
like,
have-
yes, like definitely stick whatever in my ear.
And there's probably
in a weird circumstance
there's
at a
probably,
hotel.
There's like
But do not
3 people in my life that I would be willing to give my blood to.
do not do like a
my
sterile
family.
situation. Amy, what if I need your blood?
Sorry, you're not on the list.
Ah, this is so sad.
Do you guys know what type you are?
No, I don't know my blood type.
I'm O positive.
Oh, my dad is wait, is that the universal?
No, that's O negative.
No, it's O negative.
Oh,
My mom was O
my
negative.
dad's O negative, and they call him all the time.
Yeah, I have to do. Well, I don't have to. I donate twice a year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My dad donates. I think he's a crazy person.
Because
don't know
of the
what-
needles.
Yeah, I don't know what my blood type is.
I'm AB.
He's like, I never care to know. Don't ever want to know.
Yeah,
I have the most common blood type ever. That's kind of
like
useless, actually.
B, what is it? B positive?
No, I think it's AB.
That's the most uncommon.
No, I thought O negative was O negative is universal.
That's the
No,
universal.
Owner, but you have the most uncommon type.
oh
And that's
no.
really
Yeah,
cool
no.
'cause you can take.
The vampires are coming after you now.
Yeah,
Leah.
well, good. They're
Don't
not
say it,
coming
Serena.
for you.
See, it's better to not even know what your blood type is.
No.
Now you said it out loud.
Go there.
Now you said it out
Yeah,
loud, and there's people on YouTube who are going to be like, we need your blood.
Yeah.
When I was
I'm
little,
the,
to create
I'm
these
the worst.
stories about hospitals, trapping people in there and tying them up to like those boards that they put you on in the ambulance. Like if you get taken in the ambulance, they strap you down to that board, you know? And yeah, and I used to I had like the story, I thought of the story that I thought like it would be possible that that's what these people would do to you at the hospital. Like when you go, they strap you onto those boards like you're standing up at your head.
Oh my god.
And they're just like they're like, trying to take
They
like,
do not.
blood out of you and shit.
That is not a thing.
This is not Shutter Island.
I know.
Real life.
But this is what my mind created.
Okay, well, your mind is so wrong.
This is Amy creepypasta.
Okay, I have a pro tip. All right, for blood
A what?
draws. A pro tip.
Okay.
Because I went through a period in my life where I was at an endocrinologist. I was trying to get pregnant at the time. So, yeah. So there's like a ton. I blood work like every other fucking day. And so, like, on the, you know, they always try and take your blood from here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had just been so many times it was scarred over. And I met this amazing nurse, male nurse. He's like, okay, this is scarred. It's fine. We'll take it from here. So they will, like, if you request it, they will take your blood from your forearm. Which is like
that.
way less. No, it's way less painful, way less traumatic.
They're
They'll
not going to
take
find my
it.
shit though.
Will. Yes, they
No,
will.
they won't.
It
They
will
won't.
be fine.
Well, there's nothing there either.
There's no veins, man.
You guys,
Yeah. They've done everything. They've had me.
they
pull
have
that-
not tried to take blood from your forearm. I guarantee it.
No
It's a
way. I'm not
process.
letting them. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, like they did everything. They did not do that, and you know it.
Laura,
I'm just saying.
we're
If
just the
you
no
ever need blood work, this is a lot less traumatic than this.
They can feel free to take as much blood as they want if I'm knocked unconscious.
That can be arranged.
Or drugged up.
That can be arranged too.
In fact, my current doctor wanted me to have blood work done. Actually, she has me. She tries to convince me to have blood work done every time I go in now. But the first couple times, she just told me to make an appointment to have it done, and I just never did. And so then she realized that I was just never going to make the appointment. So then she said, why don't we just do it now? And I said, no, we can't. And I said, I would need drugs or whiskey. And then she said, well, I can prescribe you something, and like Xanax or something, so that you can come in and do it. But I was afraid that the Xanax wouldn't work, and so I didn't fill it, and I still didn't go. So here we are. I've still not had any blood work done.
Even if I have like a rare blood type, which if I have it right, I thought it was AB positive. I don't think they want it anyways. I've done like too many drugs and drank too much, so I don't think
Your blood. What they would want.
They don't want.
They would want your plasma.
Oh no, they'll not get that either.
That they want. They pay you for that.
I don't care. Not
I know they do. Actually, it's really sad.
Amy's like,
There's
nope.
There's a
Okay.
there's a plasma clinic in Valdosta, and you can see all the people lining up to donate their shit because that's how they pay their bills.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a thing. Definitely.
$1 million cash, tax free, possibly. Otherwise, no.
No.
I wouldn't do it for 1,000. I wouldn't do it for 2,000.
Really?
But I am.
No.
That's crazy.
I would literally just like, if one of you walked into my house right now and were like, I need a little blood, I'd be like,
Here.
have at it.
Me too.
I would not care.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of needles at all.
Yeah, me neither.
I can't do it, man.
Me neither.
I got
You
traumatized.
guys
Never
are
feel
so funny.
I would literally rather be run over again by a van than have that done. In fact,
Don't say that.
when I was in the ambulance with my broken leg, I told them, no needles. I'll deal with the pain.
Really, Amy?
Yes. I did not allow them to give me an IV in the ambulance.
Good God.
Yeah.
They're probably
I know.
like,
That's a serious.
damn it. I'm
will-
surprised they didn't just drug you.
Nope. I believe it because her story is the same as mine. Well, she had two, but like one was enough for me. I was like, no, hell no.
Well, one was enough for me to actually have to be carried screaming in the second time because I wouldn't even physically walk in. I had to be
very
carried
sad
screaming.
to be a child and like dealing with that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like if you like just like the horror movies, like I can watch anything except for the fucking needle scenes. It actually doesn't even have to be a horror movie. Like it can be like
Oh, I'm so excited for my pick for next month then. Oh,
Is it
ouch.
needly?
I mean,
It might be a little needly.
Tell us.
well, if it's needle scene,
Well, I have two. I have two, but
Are they both needly?
no, just one.
Oh my God, what is it? I want to know.
It's probably audition.
Oh, yes, it is.
Is it?
Oh, let's see now.
Well,
After
I
that.
just wanted to go with like a love theme for February, but not
Yeah.
too obvious. So I'm going with audition, and I'm also going with teeth.
Nice.
Teeth.
Those are great.
Yes. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Teeth is a magical story about a woman with a condition called vagina dentata. Her vagina has teeth.
Yep.
So I feel like it's very appropriate for Valentine's Day, both of them. They
That's
have
so funny.
fun. And
I
audition is a little needly.
I
Yes.
despite it being that, I really actually love that movie. I love that movie
It's a
so much.
great fucking movie.
Yeah. So like I used to play WoW. If you guys know what that is. That would be World of Warcraft.
You used to what?
I used to play WoW.
World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my husband still plays
So
that.
yeah, I don't anymore. I'm off the bandwagon.
Fucking orcs and shit.
But we transferred servers, and I demanded that the new guild that we funded be named Audition.
Oh my god, that's
It's been a really long
amazing.
time since I've seen Audition. I thought I used to own it, but yeah,
I was such a big fan of that movie.
that movie is.
It,
Have you seen
that?
Audition?
I don't care how many times I've seen that movie. It creeps me the fuck out every time.
You have
Yeah,
you seen
Serena, have you seen it?
I have both of them. So yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited
So
for,
excited that you own them.
for Asian horror. I love that
Asian,
shit.
oh, dude, Takashi Miike is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's not play games. He's amazing.
Yep. Disturbing.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
I think
Like-
first time, my first picks, because it's been like 8 months since I picked anything. But one of my first picks was Imprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also Needly.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie
Takashi
fucked up.
Miike.
I was cringy. It was pretty cringy for me. But yeah, it's funny that when you said that we would like your picks, I immediately knew it had to be Audition because that was like,
I love how you just picked that up right away. You knew.
it's Needly.
You knew what I was gonna say.
It is very Needly.
Yeah. Hey, I think I'm gonna jump off here. I'm getting antsy.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's 12:30. So
Oh,
we can
girl,
probably wrap it up.
we've been on for 3.5 hours,
That's long.
so we should probably say night to the townsfolk.
The townsfolk have all been very patient. Nobody cared about my needle stories, but
Yes, thank you for being with us. If you guys want a head start on next month, Audition and Teeth.
Oh my god.
Such good movie.
It's gonna be epic. It's gonna
Can't
be
wait.
a great discussion. I can't wait.
That's a good one.
I know. All right, guys. We are signing off.
I
guys.
kids.
Thank you.
Okay. Love you, girls.
Bye.
Bye.
See you in the chat. Mwah.
Yep.